home.
I beg your pardon.
In your car, in your Bible, on your person, in your church. You will be sentenced to 30 days in jail.
I beg your pardon.
During which time you will get African Reconstruction Psychotherapy, so you can learn how to worship a God that looks like you. 30 days in jail, community service, African Reconstruction Psychotherapy, since you're still in love with a white Jesus.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
How we doing, young kings? Stay focused. Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Never.
Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow. Never. Black queens forever.
Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
Y'all know the rules. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
At the end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, more, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, dusty, ashy. We're not gonna settle. No settling. We're not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway, got it. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. No settling, not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm gonna come over to nobody's nothing and tell them nothing about what the hell it is that they doing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave it alone and I ain't going back. If you don't like what you hear here, if you don't like what you hear here, if you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you see on Kendra Damn G, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you see over on Ashley's show, go the fuck on. Why is it that y'all think that you can control shit? Get your own YouTube channel, start it the fuck up, and do whatever the hell it is that you want. But I promise you, I'm not gonna come over to nobody's nothing and tell them nothing about what the hell it is that they're doing. You go the fuck on. If you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on. If you don't like, if you don't like, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on.
girls got it on y'all breasts, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook.
Breast, booty, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook, y'all, in case you didn't know. Breast, booty. Breast, booty, thighs, breast, booty, thighs, breast, booty, thighs, breast, booty, thighs.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Yo, tell me with this.
Close the doors.
Huh?
Close the doors.
What kind of shit is that?
Close the doors.
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
I'm gonna let you know right now, your mama's a hoe. It doesn't matter that that's your mama and what your certain feelings about her. Your mama is a hoe. She's a hoe.
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
I beg your pardon.
I'm selling coats. I'm selling coats.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Because I've lost all respect for that bitch. B-I-C-T-H. And I'm standing on it.
Because y'all got false narratives out there, and y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
Just to let you niggas know, we don't need y'all. We want y'all, but we don't need you.
20 years later.
Our black men, we want all y'all back. Because we love you, we see you, kings, and most importantly, we need you. And most importantly, we need you.
And most importantly, we need you.
Lord, 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 nothing I did, nothing I tried, nothing I smoked, nothing I snorted, nothing I drank, no man I did, no one did me, nothing did me any good. Oh Lord, even that food, the food I put in my mouth wouldn't help me, Lord.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Must he tether where you fleeing to? Must he tether
be my man.
My booty pink, my booty whole brown. What a nigga, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, come suck a bitch.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist! Racist!
You're the kind of woman that I could give a lot of game. As much as you retire, love, well, maybe you don't have to ask. And I'd give you love. Hey, that's that jam. I'd buy your clothes. I would cook your dinner too. Soon as I get home from work.
I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said, cause I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you.
You don't think you're hurting people singing?
Who I'm hurting out here? I'm helping you in your funky show. I don't see nothing wrong.
You think you're helping?
A little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong. Come hold your body. Whatever it is you want from me. Baby, you see, you don't have to say nothing. I know your body was something. And it's easy for me to see that your body's calling me.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. Then you get off the card. Are you looking sick? Free child-based holidays available. 22.
Enjoy Reed is probably the same.
I don't have a problem with.
Enjoy Reed is probably the same. She's from the Congo, you know.
I don't have a problem with.
For her family in the United States.
She could do what she wanted to.
Huh? For her family in the United States.
She could do what she wanted to.
What kind of shit is that?
Shut up, bitch!
I don't have a problem with.
You're the kind of woman that I could give a lot of game. As much as you retire, love, well, maybe you don't have to ask. And I'd give you love. Hey, that's that jam. I'd buy your clothes. I would cook your dinner too. Soon as I get home from work.
Joy Reid.
That thing fine, boy.
Sweetie.
Oh, you said... Bitch. I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch. Joy Reid? No. No.
Clap. That's what I'm talking about. Talk your shit, nigga.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
We're done. We're finished.
We like free stuff. Huh? So we came out here to get all this free stuff. Huh? But then the car saying you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs. Millions and millions of dogs eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. And it's a shame. Eating the cat, eating the cat. Eating the cat, 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 eating the cat. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs. Millions and millions of dogs eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs, dogs. They're eating the dogs, eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs, dogs. And it's a shame. Eating the cat, 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 eating the cat.
What in the world? Now you threw me off, Prime. He said happy Juneteenth. Good morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. Woo. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Yes, I got this background. Shit. One piece of hair getting on my nerves. Yeah, I got this background back here because it was boring. It was a little boring. So I had to put the background back. Now it looks like I'm a ghost up here. Look at this. Look at this. It's like I'm surrounded by whiteness or something. Pause. I don't want to hear it. If Death Note is lingering around, I can't even imagine what the hell he gonna say. Every day is Juneteenth. Okay. Shout out to all of y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Happy Sunday. I know. It's a long intro. That's because people keep complaining. So fuck it. And I'll make sure it's longer. Oh, Lord, forgive me already. Ciao.
Truth is
I'm just saying. Because everybody got something to say. Everybody got anything positive to say around here? Can y'all leave me the total fuck alone with all this fucking complaining? Like, and then be people complaining that ain't regulars, don't donate, like barely hit the like button. Like, why are you complaining about shit that is free? Okay. And you can always scroll the fuck up. Shout out to Take Heed to the Message. So I just be confused as to why the fuck you care. Because it's not like no one is forcing you to be here. Good morning. Shout out to the micro damn phone, which I had to make sure I went and charged up. It was beeping last night. Child, if you hear this thing beep, which I think you have, you would think that the smoke detector had a low battery. And child, I cannot. I cannot. Okay, I ain't got time because not y'all, but people are already talking about me. The last thing I want to hear from y'all, because it would be y'all, is like, you need a smoke detector. I could never just let that beep. That's like torture, as far as I'm concerned. Soon as it starts, the first beep, I'm like, change that shit. I don't know how they do it, but to each their damn own. Good morning, Uncle Rick. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Listen, this time next week, it is 10:22 a.m. This time next week, I will be live streaming from my damn Emmy. I'm so excited, like the Pointer Sisters. I cannot wait to get the fuck out of here. Okay. Shout out to CIP. We just finalized everything. We in that bitch. So, excuse me, next weekend, we're going to leave to cruise. Then the next weekend is Caribbean Festival Miami. Oh, Lord, help your people. So everything is basically done, I believe. Well, as far as what's down there. So now I got to find parking at the airport because I leave early. Old dark 30 and a half is when I leave. So I'm going to have to find parking and then pack. I was thinking about live streaming me packing this bag, but I don't know. I'm gonna probably sit there and look at the damn suitcase. Because even though the clothes are still there from the last trip, because I get my clothes washed on the boat, I gotta see if that's really what I want to take. Yeah, I gotta find parking at the airport. Because I gotta leave my car. Yo, I gotta leave my car for like 8 days. I just realized that. Me hanging out with CIP is costing me a lot of money. Me hanging out with CIP is costing me a lot of money. 8-day parking. Yeah, I got to work on that today. Anyway, my daughter has a hack. She was like, I don't pay for parking. I'm not going to tell you what she do. I'm going to be like, girl, my car got beat her when I get, my truck got a beater when I get back. I'm not playing those games, girl. That's what millennials do. Me? I'm gonna just pay for that shit because I don't have time for games. I come back and the car not there. Woo! Not only am I gonna be hot, there's gonna be a lot of hot people. You know what? Someone had said one time, like when I used to take work trips, they used to send a car, which was amazing. And then when Carnival sends cars for me, that is amazing. But it might be too expensive. I gotta price that. You know why? Because if I do that, and it ends up being equivalent to the price of parking anyway, that might make sense. But I do Groupons for parking, so it won't be the same. Yeah, I do Groupon. Do y'all use Groupon still? I use Groupon for parking all the time. The parking spot, Jet and Park, Parking Jet, whatever it's called, the Parking Whiz, all that, child. Whoever's cheapest, that's who I'm taking. I don't care. I'm doing that. Not park at the Arab gas station. I know they gonna tell me. I know, aren't all gas stations, I'm being racist, stereotypical, aren't all gas stations mostly owned by Arabs anyway? Good morning to Aminaz. I appreciate you, boo. She said, hey, y'all, happy Sunday. Yes, happy Sunday. Look, like, subscribe, Ear Hustlers, subscribe, comment, share the video. That's the new thing. Share the freaking video, okay? Live stream, whatever. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, the Patels, exactly. I know. I'm being racist. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Show me where the black people own the gas stations, please, Bueller. I'll be glad to go support if it's near. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Patels it is. Child, I go to BJ's and BJ's and what's the other one called? Child, not Costco, but the other one. Child, I can't keep up. Gas is expensive. I don't care. I got it for less than $3 yesterday, though, so I'm happy about that. But anyway, all right. So we got to talk about the 10 days or more. I rent a storage and drive in. Okay, noted. The documentary came out that we was talking about briefly yesterday about the struggle that boys have becoming men. This one is titled Boys to Men, Why America's Sons Are Struggling. So yeah, we saw the Sam's Club. That's what it is, Amanize. Thank you. Sam's Club. Child, they all the same to me. I don't have a membership to Costco. I feel like 2 is enough, child. Ain't nobody got time to be paying for all these memberships. Anyway, so it did come out and it is on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and watch that, see if anybody can figure out what's going on. I can't imagine what the problem is. But before that, I saw that Dr. Umar had something to say. And I believe that he's talking to Lennon Honor, which, you know, he is in Dr. Umar's ass, pause. I'm just saying, he is on his ass every day. I saw him on, I believe, last night or the night before, and I was like, I'm over 1,000 people. I'm like, I can't do it. But then I saw this video and I was like, oh, this is probably what he was talking about. So I said, all right, we got to see what's going on with Dr. Umar because he's ranting, of course, as usual. But it's so funny. Like, I cannot even take him seriously because it's so damn funny, right? So, yeah, so that's what we're going to do first and then get into this documentary, the actual whole thing. But I'm eating. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. I got yogurt and blackberries. I love blackberries, even though they have nuts in them. Pause. Pits, not nuts, pits. Pits in them, right? Got my coffee. I have cucumbers and water. I'm ready. I'm ready for the long haul, okay? What are y'all having for breakfast, if anything? I think I'll have salmon for dinner. I'm going to make salmon for dinner tonight because I'm tired of, all I eat is meat. Pause, okay? Pause. All I eat is hamburger, turkey, and chicken. So I'm not in the mood. So I'm gonna have I'm gonna make salmon, and then I have shrimp. So it's kind of like seafood day or something. Cause I'm sick of turkey. I'm sick of turkey and chicken. Like, oh my God, I gotta have all this protein, but I'm like, oh my God, I need something else, right? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I only eat animals. That's what's on my meal plan. So that's what I gotta eat. So salmon burgers, I never thought about that. Oh, I need to make salmon cakes too. That's true. I'll probably do that. Too. For the week. Then I'm done. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I've been watching videos. I'm gonna get to it in a second. I've been watching videos about Virgin Voyages because I've never been on there before. Anitra, good morning, boo. Don't. But I'm watching these videos about Virgin Voyages. It looks like so much fun. Let me tell y'all. Okay, if it's that. It's going to be fun. I don't have any doubt anyway. But if they can match what freaking Carnival pay or charges me to go onto their ships, Carnival will be done. If they can, and there ain't no kids, oh my God, that's the best thing ever. No kids. You know why Carnival knows that too? Because they now offering cruises specifically with no kids on there. So they know it's a good thing. I don't know, Carnival, it might be too late. But I'm so excited. I got this red dress legend. I was talking to him last night. He started singing the Johnny Gill, Put On Your Red Dress. I know, but if they price match and start giving me the same prices as they do on Carnival, I'm out of there. I'm telling you, I'm out of there. This room looks amazing already. And then the stuff that they're doing. I was like, adults in the pool? Adults are never in the pool on a Carnival ship because the kids is always in there. That's why they got to have the serenity so that adults can do something by themselves without them damn kids around. Norwegian, no, that sounds boring. I'm just saying, Norwegian, when I look at that, it's like, oh, y'all sound boring. But my kid wants to go on a cruise or go somewhere next year. I just won this trip to St. Martin. So I gotta, I'm going to book that. And then my kids want to, come with. Pay for yourself. I ain't got time for you, but you are welcome to come. I don't care. But that's not till next year, I think. But I'll figure it out. Well, I'll figure it out. So I'm gonna do that too. Anyway, me rambling on. I'm not even entertaining the idea of a cruise until I have teenagers. No, that makes sense. They do have a place to babysit kids though, but no, I hear you. That makes sense. That first time I went, I had them I bought them walkie-talkies. So that they had the walkie-talkie, they had to stay together. And then I had the other one so that I could communicate whatever I needed to. So that actually worked out. But now they've changed up. So you got messaging on the app. But, you know, they're going to change to do what they got to do to keep people on that biatch, right? But let's get into this mess, child, because Dr. Umar said. So Dr. Umar just made this video. It is almost 24 hours old. It says, the haters will regret this. We're still at war. That's good. That's what you should do. That's what I should be doing. But I already have another cruise planned and I have 2 weeks at the end of the year that I need to be doing something, so I need to do something. They let us work from home for the last 2 weeks of the year, and I'll be damned if I'm just going to sit here looking at these walls. When I can be anywhere, out of here. I got to figure it out. Anyway, Dr. Umar is mad. He got something to say to everybody that got a problem with it, so let's hear what he has to say. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Come on, chat.
Let the haters hate. We're going to liberate. See, let me tell you what we're going to do at the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. I saw Negroes celebrating. I saw Negroes laughing at us when they thought the school was going to be sold. I saw you ninjas. They was on YouTube celebrating our demise. They was on YouTube having a block party. Dr. Umar about to lose his schools. What kind of a Negro will laugh at something like that? When we have so few schools, independent schools, to educate our children, y'all was laughing.
Wait, he said we have so few schools? Sir, we have so few schools?
Celebrating, clapping, praying on my demise. Well, guess what, you dusty, struggle streaming ass bums? Guess what? You're going to have to do a whole lot more than that if you want to take down King Kong consciousness. You better come a whole lot harder than that if you want to take down me. Iron Man Ifatunde. Iron Man Ifatunde. They was laughing, brothers and sisters. They was carrying on. Oh, he going to lose the school. Y'all going to lose all your donations. Yada, 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 yada. Bum-ass ninjas.
Aren't the donations already gone now? They're gone. Amazing. The donations are already gone for how many years now? At least 5 to 6 with this school actually having the school buildings. But the ones all before then, all gone. They gone. Where y'all not y'all. Because I don't know if y'all donated. I'm gonna just say not y'all. But to all the people that have donated, when you come across, because I know you're gonna be mad, and I know you're gonna be saying some bullshit. Y'all doing thing. I'm laying people down. He doing the community. What are you doing for the community? What is he doing for the community? I really want him to tell me. Well, before you comment, because you'll get this far, before you say some bullshit, because you mad, excuse me, list what he has done for the community with regard to FDMG. That's all I want to know. And if it's something besides have a paint party, which I don't know how to help the kids, maybe I don't know. I'm thinking it's a bunch of bullshit. Like I said, it's a school that was built from the ground up 4 to 5 blocks away, built and open. 2 years. It took 2 years. FDMG is a school that's already standing. It didn't even have to be built from the ground up. So you tell me how that worked before you start saying some shit about what I'm doing. Because, child, even when I be doing it and try to teach y'all, tell y'all what you should do so that you not work zero by 2053, you don't listen anyway. So why you worrying about what the fuck I do? Those that want to know it will take it, and those that want to just be assholes will just be assholes. Oh, Lord, forgive me. I'm trying, Lord. I be trying. Good morning to Frederick Howard. I appreciate you, boo. He said, Messi is called home training. Are children getting it? No. I mean, let me say, maybe from the Z's, I don't think they're getting it. No shade to the Z's that are here. I'm just saying.
I saw one chick with a blonde weave in her damn head talking down on my school. And you got lice and maggots in your damn head with that blonde weave.
Lice and maggots?
Skin deep, dark, beautiful chocolate with a blonde weave. Look like some kind of lightning bug or some shit.
Not a
look like a
bug.
damn lightning bug. Black skin with a blonde weave. You look like a damn lightning bug. Keep your damn mouth shut on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Who was it?
See, I just been sitting back watching. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Clap back will be crazy. The clap back will be crazy. I know what my purpose in life is. You got to find and fulfill yours. If you ain't building a school, you can't talk to me about our school, brothers and sisters. If you ain't building a school.
Okay, sir.
You can't talk to me about our school. See, I need you to understand something about King Kong consciousness. 15 years, number one. 15 years, number one. You can't hate the title away. If you want the title, you got to take the title. You're trying to slander the title away. You can't slander the title away. You got to take the title, my ninja. Here's what you need to understand. I do not respond to anybody with questions about FDMG if you are not a donor or if you have not done more for the race than I have. I'm going to say it again.
I mean, okay, I understand that. Then, I mean, I believe he's making this more for Lynn and Honor because that's who's on his thumbnail. Now, obviously, he's probably seen all the other content creators that have talked about this when the school was allegedly supposed to be taken away or it had tax problems. I forget what the hell it was at this point. So yeah, okay, fine, whatever. So what happens when the people that donated have questions? That's what I want to know. You don't seem to want to answer those either. So who are you answering? Only when they say, you go, Dr. Umar. Yeah, that's when you want to answer. Go, child.
If you are not a donor, or if you have not done more for the African race than I have, I don't answer your questions. You Tubians can't ask me shit because you don't do anything but sit on the internet and talk shit. Struggle streamers can't ask me shit. You don't do nothing but sit on the internet and make money off my name. I'm feeding your damn family.
Is this the male version of what Kendra said? He sound like Kendra. He sound like Kendra.
I'm feeding how many struggle streamers I'm feeding? How many struggle streamers I'm giving them money for Christmas? So I don't answer no questions from anybody.
That's the problem.
Who don't donate, ain't done more than me. If you ain't building no institutions, you can't ask me shit. If you ain't building no institutions, you can't ask me shit. But I saw them laughing at us, hoping the school would be lost. I never thought when I started the FDMG campaign. I never thought when I started the FDMG campaign that black people would try to make fun of our setbacks and shortcomings. I never knew that.
He didn't know that? I thought he was intelligent. I thought he was smart. I thought he was aware. He didn't know that? And you want this man to teach your kids?
I never knew that. But guess what?
What?
I don't care.
I hear you.
I'm going to keep on pushing.
Keep on pushing.
Because my ancestors
keep on keeping on.
Deserve better. Our children deserve better. Those who are proud to be members of the Black African race. My work is only to proud members of the Black African race. I don't know why we got anti-Africans worrying about FDMG. FDMG ain't for you or your kids. Let me say that again. Anti-Africans, FDMG ain't for you or your kids. You ain't.
So he must be talking about white people. And Kofa said it doesn't take that long, Umar. I donated. I really believed in this brother originally. Then it sounds like you can ask questions. See if you can get a question answered from this man, because I just got a feeling, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I just got a feeling that he ain't gonna answer for you either, or Prime, or anybody else that donated. You just have to say positive things, and then he'll answer back to that.
From Africa, FDMG ain't for you or your kids. Send them to the white man's school. FDMG is for the children of proud members. FDMG is for the children of proud members of the Black African race. This is not for pretendians. This is not for indigenous Negroes who didn't come from Africa. This is not for none of you. This is not for Asiatics. This is for proud members of the Black African race. If you are not a proud member of the Black African race, nothing I do is for you. Nothing. So why are you speaking on me? I don't speak on you. Because I'm the most relevant thing in Black consciousness. I am the center. I am the sun. I am the Leo sun around which everyone and everything else must revolve. That's why my name is always in somebody's mouth. They got videos out said I was arrested by the FBI. There are YouTube videos out put out by struggle streamers. You got videos on YouTube talking about I was arrested by the FBI. Brothers and sisters, did y'all hear that?
I hear you.
This is amazing.
Let me see what they got. Where's it at?
This is amazing.
What are you looking at?
Dr. Umar speaks about everything but FDMG. Let me see. And then you got some coons who be going to the school hating.
Oh, is he talking about me? Is he talking about me? Am I a coon? Oh my God, not another coon call this week. Oh no, this is a new week. My first coon call out this week. My first coon call out this week. Magic World, whatever the last number is, I'm sure is listening and will call me another one by the end of the day. Shout out to Uncle Rick. I appreciate you. He said it's for no one. It's not open, line ass ninja. Exactly, like, sir. Do we know what words mean? Does anyone know what words mean anymore? I know we changing meanings and shit, but come on now. I can't do it. I can't do it. Night Jade in the building. I appreciate you. She said the ghetto. Excuse me, basically, right? Basically. Look at this. Let me get this picture, child. Hold on. Speaking of the ghetto. That is a good picture. Woo! Can't wait to put this out. Yes, I made it. I have been called a coon by Dr. Umar for riding by the school. Shall I ride by this week? Shall I ride by this week? And tag him. I should tag him. Oh my God. Now let me think through that. But shout out to y'all. This man is crazy.
Somebody said a decade of talk, but no school. What have they done for the African race? Have you saved a whole generation from special ed? Have you saved a whole generation of children from psychiatric drugs?
He saved a whole generation? He saved a whole generation? Was any of y'all children included in that? Or do you know anybody's children that was included in that? Umar's mad at Messi and Kendra G is mad at Theo. She probably is too. Call me a coon. I don't even think Rolly Roll will call me a coon, child. Wow, I tell you. Shout out to the other black, all the pro-blacks that will come out here and use racial slurs and shit. Shout out to God of the Seas. He just sent me a cash app. I appreciate you, hun. He said for struggle donation. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Like the video and share the stream.
Folks, have you saved a whole generation from juvenile detention? Juvenile probation? What have you done for the black African race? Because there's no black man in this country. There's no black man in this country or black woman who has saved more black kids from school to prison than Dr. Umar in the 21st century.
I only needed to save 2, and now I have to worry about 5. But that's what I did it, Dr. Umar. I did it. Shout out to my 2 girls. I did it. Okay? That's my responsibility. How about everyone be responsible for their own spawn? And actually, that kind of works out, y'all. I mean, imagine that. Instead of being responsible for a whole generation, that's not my lane, okay? But if everyone is responsible for all the spawn that they make, and they make sure that they do what you saying, sir, that takes care of that problem. Why is that message not out there? He saved the whole generation, child.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Put FDMG to the side. I'm going to say it again.
Say it again.
Who has saved more black children in the 21st century from the school to prison pipeline than the Prince of Pan-Africanism? Keep my name out your mouth.
He's saying, he must be watching. He's saying a lot of shit that I say. Anybody know anybody else? Because I don't know. Anybody know anybody else, Bueller?
Keep my name out your mouth. Let me see. Dr. Umar is doomed. Dr. Umar tragedy. What else we got?
Shout out to Nicole. That's true, King Randall. From what I understand, he came and he built a school and it's running in less than 6 years. So he's doing better, Dr. Umar. You got anything to say about that? I don't think you're going to answer that, though.
What else we got?
What we got? Come on, sir.
Dr. Umar OnlyFans. First of all, I was going to put content on OnlyFans, not no sexual content. And when
he was about to go on, if Dr. Umar go on OF, I'm going. These toes is on there, y'all. These toes is on there. Let me get a pedicure this week. If Dr. Umar going to OF, y'all make sure you tell me immediately. Then I'm starting mine. If Dr. Umar starts an OF, that's when I'm starting mine. Toes galore. And Reaper. And who else is it? Blade. And all the rest of y'all that be carrying on about toes, don't even subscribe. Don't even subscribe. Toes, yeah, toes, yeah. I'm gonna cut your toes off. Get on my nerves.
I registered for
Shout out to Free Pod last night.
OnlyFans. That was like 7-8 years ago. They talked about the date with the doctor. That's for the school. The date with the doctor is to raise money for the school.
Still raising money for the school. That's what the date with the doctor is for.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Somebody said, what else they got? Dr. Umar is finished. I can't tell. Dr. Umar, the conscious pimp. I can't tell. What else we got? City of Wilmington responds to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar exposed. There will be no school. Dr. Umar and his cult members. Anybody who supports me is a cult member. Shout out to Eat with Philly Phil. Shout out to Eat with Philly Phil. Shout out to Eat with Philly Phil. And all the other loyal Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde supporters out there. Shout out to the Afro-Latinos who love Dr. Umar. FAMU, you know I'm coming back for Black Psychology Conference. I had to cancel last time, but I'll be there this time, God willing. Let me block this idiot. You ain't never seen me kissing no man. That's a damn lie. You getting blocked. Jewish Africans. Never heard of that.
Here you come. Here you come.
I don't even respond to the pretendians anymore. I don't even respond to the pretendians anymore. Until they take a DNA test, can't nobody tell me they know pretendian anyway. Until I see a DNA test.
Hello, pretendian.
Howard University, they keep blocking me, Howard University. Howard University and Morehouse College, they keep on blocking me. I don't know if it's the pretendians at your college. I don't know if it's the Rainbow Gang at your college. I don't know if it's the jealous black bourgeoisie scholars at your college. But Morehouse College and Howard University, there's a conspiracy against Dr. Umar.
Now it's a conspiracy against Dr. Umar, child. How could the black schools do that to you? The king of consciousness that saved a whole generation. It was not X.
Breakfast interview. I told Charlemagne I'm not pulling up until the school is done. Charlemagne, I texted him the other day. I'm not coming back to the Breakfast Club until I can say school finished. Until I can say school finished, I'm not coming back to the Breakfast Club. I was supposed to be there last month. No more Breakfast Club until I can say school finished. The next time you...
That's some tea right there. So he ain't going back to the Breakfast Club until the school is finished. So in other words, he not going back to the Breakfast Club? Is that what we're hearing right now? Allegedly.
See me with a Breakfast Club date, the school will be finished. I got white fans. Shout out to my white fans. Shout out to my Asian fans. Shout out to my East Indian fans.
Wait a minute. I almost choked on that. Did he say shout out to my white fans? Don't he block white people every time they in the chat? What is going on?
Club date, the school will be finished. I got white fans. Shout out to my white fans. Shout out to my Asian fans. Shout out to my East Indian fans.
He just said he got white fans. How you gonna shout out the white fans when he can't stand white people and he always blocking them when they come through? What is going on? What is going on? Oh, the green money is okay, allegedly, maybe? Child, you can't make this shit up. Shout out to Trap. I appreciate you, Boo member, for 22 months. Almost 2 damn years. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, hon. He said, Indigenous American Indians, he knows we are from here, have always been here. And it messes with his Pan-African scam. He needs victimhood to make money. And people that I guess just got to believe in something. I mean, this is the part where, like, when RBN says that colors love to be scammed, that I have to agree. Like, what do you need to, like, what are your standards? What are your boundaries? You know what I mean? So it's just whatever he says goes. There's no timeline for you to say, come on now, and to push back. So just because he says something like, I'm going to do it, then that's that. That's what it's supposed to be. Like, what are we talking about right now? I know, right? I know. But that's so green. I think that's the problem because it's so green. Don't be calling me out, Uncle Ray.
Shout out to my Arab fans, my Latino fans. I got fans of
everybody's included now.
I have fans of every race, but only black people can be supporters.
So
This is amazing.
So you're trying to tell me if a Arab donates to him that he gonna send it back? Who believes that? Like seriously, who believes that? I cannot. Thank you, Boo. She said looking like Bruce Ninja in a rental car flexing. He does. He look crazy. Excuse me. He look like he up to something. Look like he in a garage of some sort if you look in the back. And it looks like he's on the passenger side. Yo! It looks like he's on the passenger side unless the camera is turned around. Wow. I
have fans of every race, but only black people can be supporters. Why? Because nobody of another race is going to help us liberate ourselves. So there's no such thing as a white supporter of Dr. Umar. There's a white fan. There's no such thing as a Chinese supporter. There's Chinese fans. There's no such thing as an Arab supporter. No, Arab fans. They can't support because nobody else is going to do the work of African racial liberation except us. Sweden. I'll be pulling up in Sweden. Where my Kenyan Africans? I'll see y'all in January. I'm going to see Kenya and where Brazil at? Brazil. I will see you for the Zumbi de Palmares. Where my Brazilian Africans at? This is Brazil. I will see y'all in November. All Brazilian Africans,
man,
the Prince of Pan-Africanism is coming in November. I am returning to South America, the only black scholar in the world invited to speak on every continent multiple times. I hold that record. I might be the only one in history. I might be the only one in history.
Well, there you go.
Disgusting ass. Sick. That is absolutely sick for a man to get on another man's feed and make them kind of comments. You got a demon possession over you. You are possessed by a demon. Zesty demon. Zesty demon possession. Ladies, be careful with these brothers. Sisters, be careful with these brothers because a lot of these black men are under zesty demon possession. Please be careful, sisters. Please be careful, sisters. Don't you let anybody in your sugar box. Don't you be giving out your peach cobbler unless you sure you know who you're dealing with. Don't you be giving up your honeycomb hideout, sisters. Don't you be letting nobody shine them Cinnabons unless you know what you're dealing with. Because there's a zesty demon in the black community. There is a demon going around snatching.
Is this Freak Pod Part 2? Is this Freak Pod Part 2? What the hell is going on right now? I cannot take this person seriously. I cannot. Good morning, Trinidad. I see you. I appreciate you. He said, yo, at Misty Queen, early Sunday fun day, effery. I like it. Chat, yo, what's up? Peace, power, and prosperity, generals. Live range. I repeat, the range is live. Go hot. Fire at will. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. This man, child, this is just, he should be a comedian, honestly. I think he should be a comedian. I cannot.
Masculinity from black males. There is a demon in the black community going around snatching bedroom masculinity away from black male. Sisters, be careful. If he screams louder than you, please run.
Oh my God.
Sister, if he screams in the bed louder than you, get your shit and run.
Oh my God.
If you ever catch him twerking in the mirror, if you ever catch your man looking at his ass twerking in the mirror, get your shit and run, black woman.
Yo, oh my God, where does this come from? I mean, I agree, but where the hell did this come from? What is wrong with this man? Where does he get this shit from? This is comedy. Good morning, y'all. This is effing comedy first thing in the morning. I cannot with this man. 6 more minutes of this. Lord help your people.
All alpha males going to have 2 wives because we got to take care of the sisters who are losing out because of the Zest Fest.
Oh.
And the Rainbow Gang.
Oh.
When am I getting married?
The women are losing out because y'all are in the Zest Fest, crusty dusties and musties, okay? Because Dr. Umar said, and somebody commented that.
Announcement coming soon. But you don't need to worry about when I'm getting married because that's none of your business. One thing I need y'all to do as we transition into this fall and winter season, one thing I want y'all to do as we transition into this fall and winter, do this for me.
What?
For King Kong.
Yeah.
Mind your damn business. Too much business is being minded. I look kind of good today. Ladies, what's my complexion? Is that dark cinnamon? Is that cherry wood? What color is the complexion, ladies?
Cherry wood.
Melanin drip. Melanin is dripping. I look mighty fine today, if I might say. I'm looking mighty King Kong-alicious today, if I might say.
King Kong.
Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. You ain't even got no teeth in your mouth, sir. No disrespect. No disrespect, sir, because you're probably an elder, but you ain't even got no teeth in your mouth. You have no business disrespecting a man with teeth in his mouth. A man who has no teeth in his mouth ain't got no business disrespecting a man with teeth in his mouth. Don't do that, elder. I respect my elders. Don't do that. Don't you let these simp-ass YouTubian struggle streamers, listen to me, elder. Listen to me, elder. Don't let these simp-ass YouTubian struggle streamers brainwash you into going against me. Don't you do that, elder. Don't you let these beta male, zesty ass, simp ass sit on their ass all day and make YouTube video struggle streamers. Don't you let them turn you against me. Because guess what? I'm one of the best things going in the African race. They can say what they want to say about me.
One of the best.
They can do what they want to try to do to me. But you better understand something. There are few black men on this earth that makes white supremacy tremble. There are few black men on this earth that make white supremacy tremble. There are few black men walking this planet who make white supremacy tremble, and I'm one of them.
Of course.
And I'm one of them.
Who are the other ones?
And I'm one of them.
So,
elder,
yes,
go get you some teeth. Go get you some teeth, and don't you ever again break breath and speak against the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Don't you do that. Don't you ever do that.
Agree.
Somebody said Dr. Umar was suicidal. Never. Somebody said Dr. Umar was on coke and alcohol. He was stressed out over the attacks by the struggle streamers and cyber thoughts. Not me.
Not the cyber thoughts.
It's the art of war, baby.
Art of war, baby.
King Kong consciousness ain't never going down without a fight. You have to take me out of here.
Going down. Ooh! Don't say
this
that.
Pan-Africanism thing of ours. That red, black, and green flag, you will see it flying over the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy.
It's on the wall.
Thank you, Sister Siomi, myself, and Boutique. Thank you, Sister Siomi. Mind your business. Tell them, sister. Mind your business. I'm not talking about her. That woman ain't even worth my time. All the slander in the world can't stop me.
Is you talking about
Will Neal? I'm gonna block you, coon. Oh, block your coon ass. Get out of here.
Blocking your coon ass. So you're not talking to me now, or are you back talking to me? Or talking about me?
I'm gonna need a couple of what do they call them, y'all, to block people when you live? Administrators,
moderators.
I'm gonna need a couple of administrators. I think it's time to start blocking a lot of this. Too much zest.
Too much zest.
Too much goofiness.
Goofiness.
We're gonna have to get some administrators on here. This is my first live since I went to South Africa. Shout out to myself. This is my first live since July, right? This is my first live since July. I ain't been live I ain't been live in 3 months. It's your big brother, King Kong, Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies and Never, Garvey and the Get Back, Pan-Africanism, a parish. DMG is coming. If you need to reach me, Prince of Pan-Africanism at gmail.com. We spell African with a K. You can text me on the phone, 215-989-9858. I said 215-989-9858. Black Queens Forever. Let me get this real quick.
Now you're getting coons out.
Black Queens Forever. Where's the school? You're getting blocked. I don't like dumb questions. White Queens Forever. You getting blocked. No disrespect to white females, but
so they know where it's at.
Are you coming to Europe, France? Send an invitation, my brother. I ain't been to France in 8 years. I ain't been to France in 8 years. Make it happen. You donated 13 years ago. You won't be allowed in the school. All right, we got another Neanderthal, disrespectful bastard. What do you think about the Detroit Lions? I could care less. I'm not into that.
Shout out to Dr. Umar. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I feel honored. I'm assuming he's talking about me, okay? Because I do a drive-by. I might have to do a drive-by this week just so that he can be upset yet again and see if he shouts me out again. Oh, goodness. If one thing you can do when you watch Dr. Umar is find something to laugh at. He done saved a whole generation. Now, I don't know what generation he saved, but he said he saved a whole generation. If y'all figure it out, let me know. Shout out to y'all for hanging in there. I see you. I appreciate you. Moving on, child. Moving on. So this came up last night. So I said I was going to show this, and then we will move on into the documentary, right? So this from the Biatch Gossip. Shout out to them on IG. And I thought this was pretty interesting. It says the marriage counselor shakes the internet by saying the single you is the married you, and your patterns often determine your future. Now, you know, there's a lot of people that are not happy about this, of course, child. The caption says, a marriage counselor has shook the internet up by telling men and women they won't change once they're in a marriage. Oh, no. Oh, no. Profound. Your patterns won't change because of a ring. Y'all agree. And then it asks, and I'll read some of the comments when we're done. But yeah, the biatch gossip. Yeah, sometimes they got some good stuff. I mean, it says the bish gossip, but I call it the biatch. But let's listen to what she got to say. Cha.
Saying in the school that I have online where the single you is the married you, right? So even when I'm single, I am looking the same as when I'm married. I'm talking the same as when I'm married. There's certain language I don't use. There's certain clothing that I don't put on, even when I'm single. But what women want to believe is the single them is different than the married them, that all of a sudden they're going to become modest and they're going to speak a different way and do a different thing. No, baby, I cook now, clean now. I take care of myself, I take care of the people in my life. I dress modestly. I make sure that I'm clean in my speech, right? The single you is the married you.
So what you got to say about the women who be like they're in the soft girl era, the villain girl era, and hot girl summer?
Wait, there's a villain girl era? Let me write that down because I didn't know that was a thing.
Life is about patterns, though. And what you've done in the past, there's a pretty strong chance that you're going to do it in the future. So that's what people don't realize, that when you practice being degenerate. I have a saying in the school.
Uh-oh, it sounds like she about to say when you practice being degenerate. Well, Anitra, excuse me, I was thinking the same thing when I heard this the first time. I'm like, wow, profound. Didn't she kind of just say, though, like looking at your resume, which we've talked about before, people are like, these biatches be like, don't look at what I did in the past, it doesn't count. That's like telling the job, child, don't look at what I did in the past. I can be a doctor. It don't matter that I just worked at McDonald's and Burger King. I can now be a doctor. Just ignore the past, right? So how the hell you gonna say that you're gonna be somebody else when you're showing who the hell it is that you are? Pretty much, this is what it is gonna be. This is what it's gonna be. That's why I say I don't understand when people are like, I'm not gonna cook, I'm not gonna clean, child. Then that means you must be dirty and starving, because don't you do that now? Like, and that stuff is not even like important. I just feel like that's really internet shit. Especially for people that look like they ain't missing no meals. Then how you eating? I'm trying to understand how it is that y'all out here talking this mad sugar honey iced tea, right? For shit that you already do. But then you expect somebody to take care of you 1,000%. And then you're going to turn around and say that you ain't going to do shit when you know damn well, for the most part, you've probably been doing it. Child, who washes your clothes? Child, who make your dinner? Who cleaning up? Like, who's vacuuming now? Like, who doing all that? So you're going to just stop doing it because you get married? That don't even make sense. That sounds crazy. I agree with what she's saying.
Degenerate, that's not something you're going to lay down overnight. I tell men this too. Can we be honest? Men who are hoes, men who are out here sleeping around and then think that a ring is going to keep them faithful. It isn't. Mm-hmm. That's your pattern. That's what you've been doing. So the chances of you continuing to do that is pretty high. Like, I really believe in the single us is the married us. So that's why I carry myself a certain way all the time, regardless of my relationship status. There are certain things I'm not going to do, whether I'm single or married. That's what I want our people to return to. And we used to be this way. And that's how Black women got husbands. Is being modest and being feminine and being, yes, I know how to make homemade biscuits. Degenerate, that's not something you're going
to. So Anisha says, I knew a girl who didn't clean, always ate out. She got married, still doesn't clean and still eating out. How does that explain the low marriage rate though? Like, let's not do the, but I know one, but you know what I'm saying? So the stats are the stats. I know people like to ignore statistical information that tells what predominantly is going on. And shout out to her. But the odds are, given everything that we know, that if you a freaking whore, that you're going to be a freaking whore later. You know what I mean? Which is why I don't understand how all these basketball and football players be getting all these people pregnant when you know she was with this one, that one, and the third. Had a baby with this one, had a baby with that one, and all that other crap. When you can see who these people are from Brittany Renner. I don't want to hear that man was young. I ain't trying to hear that. He know now. He definitely know now, I guess, because some people just gotta what is it? Feel fire to know that fire is hot. That don't that don't make any sense as far as I'm concerned. But like, well, I always say, what the hell do I know? So if all these people, all these women that do say, like, it don't matter that I used to have an OnlyFans, it don't matter that I used to sleep with 55 million people, it don't matter, it don't matter, it don't matter. Well, maybe for some people it don't matter, but for most it probably does. I don't hang out with whores. You know, I don't hang out with a bunch of women anyway, but I definitely wouldn't be hanging out with whores, because what I was always taught and what I tell my children, what I told my children is that you are a product of who you hang around with. So if you hang around a bunch of people who steal, then you'll be considered a thief. If you hang around a people who are whores, then you will be considered a whore, and so on and so on and so on. So if they don't, if they didn't listen and ended, I mean, they did. They basically hung out with decent people because they would bring them around the house, and I will assess. Trust me, I will. But just like if you hang out with thieves, you're going to be considered a thief. You can't be hanging out with a certain type of people and then be like, oh, but not me. Well, even if it's really not you, you're going to be considered as such. But again, that's what I was taught when I was younger. I'm just saying. Yeah, and then make these excuses. You don't know. She's just trying to feed her family. It's always an excuse. It's always an excuse. I had to do what I had to do. How about that? Just like going to college. One second it's just get a loan, and the next second is, oh, I had to be a whore in order to pay for college. Well, maybe college is not right for you. But if you want to be one, be one. Don't act like the shit didn't happen and that's not what it is. If you are loud and obnoxious before you get married, you're going to be loud and obnoxious after. If you're a jackass beforehand, you're probably going to be a jackass afterwards. That's all I'm saying. But child, and I feel like that's what she's saying. But this Randy Rosario girl says, yes, they agree. They agree. This girl says, facts, pretty much. I think you are a good person when no one is around and looking. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good comment. Like, you know, like that. I feel like that's one of the problems with people too, not getting to know them and the rest of the people around them. Because if you come around and get to know people and like somebody's mama says, child, you don't want to be bothered with him. Child, if the mama is saying it, what the hell you gonna do? Just ignore all that? Or the cousins be like, another one and all this type of stuff. Child, I don't think people be getting to know each other to even find that shit out. This one says facts, and this one says, I beg to differ, married almost 14 years now. The things I did when I was single, I definitely don't do now being married. The things I did when I was single, I definitely don't do now being married. Well, that sounds like you agree with her. Girl, what? I can't. This one says a ring changes nothing. True. This one says, girl, please, the goody two shoes is too much for me. You change ways for a relationship out of respect for your partner and the relationship, and you grow up at some point. People always try to tell you about what you should do, but there are no rules. When you find the person for you, they will love you, past and present, and will want to be part of your future. If people work, then they work and will work it out their way. Whatever works for two people is not for me to judge, period. My thoughts and don't come for me. I don't think it's a goody two shoes because you're not a whore, okay? Because I'm not a whore, but I wouldn't say I'm a goody two shoes. See, this is somebody that would, in my opinion, say, do what you want. You can be a hoe, sleep with a mall sis, and all that other dumb shit. If you want, you are absolutely right. You can do what you want to do. But the funny part about it is that you then, umpteenth years later, get on this here internet, mainly now tickety damn talk, and talk about how you can't, and everybody else's fault, and you shouldn't count. It doesn't matter. It don't matter how many kids I have. It don't matter how many baby daddies I have. None of that matters. You should accept me for me and who I am now. No. Brittany Renner is doing it right now, y'all. We ain't talked about it because I can't stand her, but she's doing that shit right now. She's basically saying whatever happened in the past don't matter. That woman was just on screen causing chaos. She is a chaos causer, instigator, whatever you want to call it, since I've known who that woman was 4 years ago. It ain't been nothing but chaos from her. Just because she piped down a little bit don't mean that she's changed, right? You giving the father of your child and upsetting your child a hard daggone time for whatever her reasons are, and her mother is doing the same thing, and her father is sitting there, I'm assuming that was her father, sitting there not doing anything to stop it, no control over near nobody. So you know what that means, right? Then you get in, which is what I think the point of all that was, you getting the girl in the car all riled up. You got your mom sitting up there feeding into my D. Like, girl, you are somebody's damn mother. You are that child's grandmother out here feeding into this dumb foolishness. Get your damn kid and say, girl, if you don't get in this house and be the F quiet, I don't care how old she is. I don't care how old she is. You do not bring shame to this family by acting like an asshole. I said that, I meant that. I would say the same thing to my damn children. Figure it the fuck out. You were the one that had the baby with that man. So figure it the entire fuck out. I don't care. I say that shit. I've said that shit. I stand by that shit. I ain't got shit to do with that. When I told you what to do, you didn't want to listen to me. So figure it the fuck out with that person. Shit. Just like that bitch talking about Generation X grandmothers don't watch their kids. Fuck that. No, I don't. No, I don't. But if you want me to do it and I say pay me, I bet you'll have a fit. Do you need me to watch your kid or not? Pay me. Get a babysitter where you got to pay them. How about that? Take them home. Bring them to your house. Bring them to your house to babysit. And then when you come back, take them home when they're done. How about that? No, y'all don't want to do that. You just got too much damn expectation, which translates over to this shit. You think everybody should just love everything everything about you because you're you. Child, fuck you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And we judge over here. Shout out to us. You want to be a whore, but we're going to talk about you. But if Umar gets an OF, y'all let me know, because that's when I'm opening mine, okay? Shout out to the Toe Show. Maybe I need a name, the Toe Show or something like that. I don't want to say messy toes, because my toes are not messy. I'm just saying. Anyway, all right, let's get into this documentary, child. So this from CBS. This came on last night. It says Boys to Men. We saw the preview yesterday, right? Boys to Men, Why America's Sons Are Struggling. So you see my thumbnail where I'm like a bunch of biatches. I'm like, well, maybe this is the problem, because from what we saw yesterday, if you were here, it don't seem like there's many males around. You know, you toxic masculinity men and everything. Y'all crust, dust, rust, must, ashy ass bums. We'll see if there's any men that show up that say, I don't know. I want to see in this documentary a man that says, I don't know what to teach my son in order for him to be a good, productive man. I know what to teach my daughter, but I don't know what to teach my son. I just got a feeling, and I haven't watched this. We're watching it together. I have a feeling that we probably won't see that. The tippy toe shoe, I keep it in mind. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Share the stream. Thank you.
It's cool to not care as a boy. You won't ask for help because you don't want to be seen as weak. America's young men are falling behind at school, at work, and at home.
Society, it has these stigmas on the man.
It's the latest development in a seismic shift decades in the making.
We tore up the old script for women. We said, no, the future's female. You go, girl. Future president. Women can be anything. Incredibly inspiring, empowering script that we put around girls and young women now. What's the new empowering, exciting, and inspiring script for men that we replaced the old one with? We didn't replace it.
CBS Reports explores how boys and men are navigating a new reality.
The messages you get from the culture is that men should throw off anything that reeks of tradition and embrace anything that smells like modernity.
There's so many successful women who are well-educated, and they want a person who makes at least the same income as them or more.
Welcome, guys, to Access Vegas.
And the online eco.
Oh, it sounds like it's not just you black men. Shout out to Blade in the building. Appreciate you. He said, what's up, Auntie? Shout out Generals and the MSD Queen. Shout out to all of y'all. So I know they got Myron in here. They got Myron in here 4 times. This is Jesse Peterson. I'm sure child, that one dude, what is his name? Andrew Tate is in here somewhere. Wow, they don't like y'all. This dude, who's this dude with this cowboy hat on? Y'all might know. I'm not really sure. They got Myron all over this damn thing. I feel like they trying to send a message. Yeah. Where's CGA? He should be on here. Maybe, allegedly. Thank you, boo. Messy Michonne metatarsals. Goodbye. No. but thank you for your support.
System calling out to those left confused and struggling.
There are probably people who would look at your program, listen to your pod, and then listen to this interview and say, this guy's full of shit. I would feel bad if I didn't have 4,000 guys telling me that this worked.
There's like a lot of like these influencers now that try to tell kids nowadays use steroids and stuff like that.
It's really appealing, especially to younger men who are like, well, I'm not sure what masculinity looks like. This guy has a roadmap and he's telling me what it is.
Bro, like 3 of my classes, all my electives I'm taking, they're like all underclassmen. And then all my other classes are just high B year 2s.
I have like a lot of electives. Like I'm doing like art, like I have weightlifting.
Santos Navarro and Ashton Stevens are seniors at Oberlin High School in Ohio, where they're both active in sports.
I'm just excited to get it done.
Yeah.
I want to move on. I want to be done.
Yeah.
Stevens is captain of the varsity soccer team, while Navarro plays linebacker on the football team. Navarro lives with his mother Rosa in an apartment near school. He's one of the roughly 20% of minors in the U.S. parented by a single mom. His parents divorced.
Oh no, already? Oh no, already? The single mom. Uh-oh. Nice place. Nice place.
Near school. He's one of the roughly 20% of minors in the U.S. parented by a single mom. His parents divorced before he was a year old, and from the ages of 4 to 6, his father was in prison.
Oh no, in prison. No. What about the other kid?
So I love wearing stuff like this. Like it's really just like, it's just different. And nobody else is like really wearing stuff like this at school. Like it has like a whole bunch of rhinestones on it.
He says in middle school he dealt with a lot of anger issues, but now that he's nearing graduation and adulthood, he's been thinking a lot more about the kind of man he wants to be.
Every person is different, and like every young boy just like gets to decide what man they want to be. And I feel
I'm gonna try to be serious, but child, he do need a man to help him with this haircut. Shout out to you, boo. He said to Dr. Steele, exactly, that's the easy answer. It's not hard. They're trying to complicate it, but it's simple. I agree with that. Mothers can't raise boys and keep thinking they can. I agree with you 1000%, which is why the thumbnail is what it is. Shout out to you, boo.
like the type of man that I would want to be is just definitely like dependable and open to the unknown.
Navarro's classmate Ashton Stevens is one of the nearly 70% of U.S. minors living in a 2-parent household. He's an Eagle Scout, skateboarder, and proud brother to 2 sisters.
I keep the boards around just because I like the vibe. Every time I get a board or break it, I'll just throw it on the wall.
Stevens says he's also spending more time these days thinking about his future.
Kind of man I want to be when I get older is a man who gives, a man who's willing to work hard. The word strength is a very broad word, and when you say I am strong, yeah, that it face value that means like I'm strong. It could mean so much more. Mentally strong, like I feel like there's a lot of levels to that one word.
Both Stevens and Navarro's mother say they are immensely proud of their sons, but share similar concerns about the challenges confronting this generation of boys and men.
Society, it has these stigmas on a man and like the pressures of a man and what a man is.
Stevens' mom, Joanna, struggles with how to encourage her son to succeed, an issue she says she doesn't have with her daughters.
With girls, you need to make sure that they are, strong. It's easy to say, you need to be strong, you need to be independent, you need to, look after yourself and be in control. And with boys, you can't really say that because if you tell a boy you need to be in control, it just sounds wrong.
This is the one with a father, so I'm a little bit confused as to what the problem is. Is it just me?
And both boys and girls are important because I have a daughter who's an amazing kid, who's successful, who's strong, who's independent. And then I have a son who I also want the same for him.
Is there
Wait. Control. It just sounds wrong. And both boys and girls are important because I have a daughter who's an amazing kid, who's successful, who's strong, who's independent. And then I have a son who I also want the same for him.
She just sat there and said all this positive shit about the daughter, no shade against the kid, and said, but I want the same for my kid. Well, so what is he, a fucking failure? Where's this father in the midst of this bullshit? I cannot believe, am I the only one hearing this? What the fuck?
If you tell a boy you need to be in control and you need to, look after yourself and be in control. And with boys, you can't really say that because if you tell a boy you need to be in control, it just sounds wrong. And both boys and girls are important because I have a daughter who's an amazing kid, who's successful, who's strong, who's independent. And then I have a son who I also want the same for him.
I have a son who I also want the same for him. She is amazing. She is independent. She is strong. And I have a son who I want the same thing. Goodbye, bitch. Yo. This is the kid with the father. So in other words, he's just in the background, I guess. Maybe it's just me. Oh my God. This is going to be a problem. I'm telling y'all already, it's going to be a problem. Just keep the rant message coming, okay?
Is there amongst young men a sense of confusion about what it means to be masculine today?
Yeah. I in some ways, the big question that young men are asking today is, how should I be a man? And that's because there isn't a clear script anymore for what that looks like.
Richard Reeves runs the American.
There isn't a clear script anymore, maybe because everything is being pushed to be fucking A, B, C, D, and you got all these strong bitches that won't let a fucking whole ass man that lives in your fucking house to go ahead and do what he's there to fucking do, which is on his ass too, because ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. How the fuck can I tell a boy how to be a fucking man? I'm not a fucking man, regardless of what people say and myself. But seriously, this is fucking ridiculous. Thank you, Nicole. What the
Institute for Boys and Men, a nonpartisan think tank focused on research and advocacy. Why the need? Why did you decide to start this?
It's a much more challenging time for young men to figure out their place in the world than it was. And then you add to that the fact that we have massive education gaps.
Boys are lagging behind girls in school, especially in reading, and they're less likely to go to college.
Today, it's women who are...
All these kids is dummies. All these kids is dummies. I don't care what nobody said. Toss some cursive in front of these motherfuckers. I promise you they don't know what the hell it is that you would have said in there. All of them. They all failing. I mean, the numbers are the numbers, of course, but why do you think that is? Probably because y'all did this shit with No Child Left the Fuck Behind, because you swear everybody is fucking equal. You're not equal to me. That's why we have college prep, or had. I don't know what y'all have now. I don't know what y'all's kids have now. Good luck to y'all. That's why we had college prep, and then you had regular, and then you had, I'm gonna call it remedial, for the those that couldn't keep up. We had 3 different levels. And if you was back here, then you was just back here. And then you was in the middle, which is basically where everyone was. And then the rest of us, yes, that would have been me, in college prep, which is going to be a lot harder than the others. But then y'all was like, no child left behind, no child left behind. Maybe you should have been doing more for those remedial kids in order for them to get up into the middle. How about that? I guess that was just been crazy talk, because it was more important for us to pass a motherfucking test that had absolutely nothing to do with anything that we was going to do for the fucking future. All my mother cared about was the motherfucking grades when they came home. Them bitches better be more A's and B's than C's. That's what it better have been. I don't even know. Do they even give out report cards with grades anymore? Because I don't even know what the fuck these people be doing. And I know that was back in the olden days. That was back in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s. That's just not how they do it anymore. Maybe the fuck they should. And they wouldn't be so fucking emotional all the time. And now going out here and SHOOTing up fucking schools and taking themselves and everybody else the fuck on up out of here because they can't fucking cope. Baby, that's the fucking problem.
Are 15 percentage points more likely to get a degree than men.
We've flipped the gender gap, and actually women are a bit further ahead.
Hold on.
Gaps.
Boys are lagging behind girls in school, especially in reading, and they're less likely to go to college.
Today, it's women who are 15 percentage points more likely to get a degree than men.
Here they go with the degree shit. So y'all are falling by crusty, dusty, musty, rusties. You are falling behind because your asses don't go to fuck to college, which we just had that discussion yesterday where these bitches is telling y'all that y'all need to go ahead and go to college because they just think that that's the only thing in the world is to fucking go into college, and then refuse to acknowledge the fact that you're in fucking debt and you can't even afford the shit because once you come out, you ain't making enough money to pay that shit and for everything else in life. Maybe that's the reason why a lot of people can't live, as they say, as we see in all these videos. I can't afford the rent. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. Maybe because you're in fucking debt. Maybe that's the reason why. I know that's just crazy talk, right? All that student loan debt that you just take because you need the college experience. Your mother lives 15 minutes away and you got to live on campus and pay for the food and pay for the fucking college and pay for everything else that goes along with it. Yo, tomorrow we're going to look at hazing and fraternity. So y'all make sure you hear tomorrow's live stream. That's what that's about. That one is going to be good too. Okay. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. These people get on my nerves, child. I'm going to just keep this up, y'all. I'm going to just keep this up.
We've flipped the gender gap, and actually women are a bit further ahead of men today on college campuses than men were in the early 70s, which is when we passed Title IX and had a really concerted push around kind of helping women. In the average school district, boys are about a grade level behind in English. So we see very, very big gaps in the education system and in mental health, and I think that then flows into employment, family life, and so on.
From 1970 to 2020, the percentage of men participating in America's labor force fell nearly 5%. During the same period, the percentage of men getting married also fell by twice as much.
Young men and boys are falling further and further behind. Many are disconnected or disaffected, don't have a clear life path.
Delano Squires is a research fellow at the Heritage Foundation with a focus on family and education.
The second wave feminist movement was extremely successful at directing resources towards women and girls, whether that's in terms of education, in terms of the economy, in political representation.
Help me reckon.
Okay, well, maybe that's the problem right there. He just said that all the funding went to fucking women, went to bitches, in order for them to now say, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. And then when you look at actual statistics, which at least they putting on here, not necessarily if they want to put in the shit with regard to debt, with regard to evictions and all the other shit, just out here consumerizing, then complain about fucking consumerism. Delano, your family is beautiful. Thank you, boo. He said I dropped out because of the woman studies course. I have never, ever
amazing.
had or heard of a woman studies course until here. Why would I need a woman studies course? I'm a fucking woman. I don't need anybody to teach me how to be a woman when I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman studies course. To say what? I had a fucking mother. She's a woman. Maybe if y'all participate, not y'all, maybe if y'all participated in your fucking kids' life instead of pushing them out to other people to influence them, you are the biggest influence in your damn kid's life. Y'all pushing them out to all these other motherfuckers and you don't even know who the hell they are. Just because it says woman studies, that makes it okay. If you're a fucking woman and it seems like it's mostly women that's in these mostly women that's in these kids' lives, then maybe you should do some influence. Oh, you so busy. I'm tired. I got shit to do. I gotta go to college. I got other kids. I gotta work. Whine. Shut the fuck up. Then don't have no fucking kids. If they're not gonna be your fucking top priority, don't fucking have them. If you're just gonna complain about it because he not doing what you think he should do, meaning the father, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and all you're gonna do is fucking complain, don't have kids. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want with your motherfucking gremlins, okay? Stay the fuck away from me, and I don't care because I care for my kids and did what the fuck I was supposed to. I had to give shit up in order to make sure that they got. Y'all don't even do that. I don't care what y'all bitches be saying about, I don't eat so they can. Your size does not match what you're saying, ma'am. I said that. I meant that. Thank you, boo. She said, my 12-year-old son says the school hates men. I believe it. That's really what the message is. Just so bitches can feel better, they got to put somebody else down, be the first person's talking about what somebody is saying and doing to them and never look and see what the fuck it is that they saying. We see this shit all the time. How the fuck can there be a fucking sisterhood when you will cock block? You will take something from another sister in a heart fucking beat if that's what the fuck it is that you want. So in order for your ass to feel better, you will put down all these dudes and then probably basically mess with your own fucking child just because he happens to be male. Then he get out into the daggone world and you be like, see, try to tell ya. I try to tell ya. I can hear that. Thank you, hon. Shout out to you, boo. He said,
this is amazing.
Soon we gonna admit the system radicalized women. Maybe. Shout out to Fa. Shout out to you, boo. Thank you, honey. Said Messi Trend, Yale, Rutgers, and Cornell University all have. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, sir. What the fuck do we? This is dumbing down as far as I'm concerned. That is dumbing down. Why the hell does anybody need to learn about fucking Beyonce? Not anything about finance and money, credit, stocks, bonds, nothing like that. But Beyonce, because what's that going to do for your asses? Oh, help you spend money, consumerizing, then you broke, then you blaming everybody else by why you can't live. We know the reasons why these motherfuckers can't live, because they can't stop fucking spending money and they think somebody's supposed to take care of them because too many people been taking care of these motherfuckers thus far. I don't care what nobody says. Lazy motherfuckers. Ain't even just Generation Z, because there's a lot more older people that are saying the same shit. Child, please. Thank you, Fa.
Don't have a clear life path.
Delano Squires is a research fellow at the Heritage Foundation with a focus on family and education.
Wait, ain't that the Heritage Foundation that's racist? Because they the ones that came up with the plan that, whatever that shit was called, that Trump is supposedly implementing that you know, is racist and everything. How they have this black man working there? He a part of it? Am I right? Ain't that the Heritage Foundation? Woo, Lord. Yeah, thank you, chat. Project 2025. This black man was a part of that. He worked there. He must be a coon, allegedly. Thank you, Boo. He said, keep the feminist agenda going. Indoctrination. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And then fucking are falling for it hook, line, and fucking sinker with no using this thing between the ears to think for your fucking selves. Just listen to what other people. I wish the fuck I would sign up and pay for a class about fucking Beyonce. I wish the fuck I would. The NAACP is sitting around supporting this shit. I don't care what nobody says. They ain't got shit to say. If they don't have no younger people coming into the NAACP, then they definitely just sitting somewhere. And every time they come out, what the median age look like? About 65.
The second wave feminist movement was extremely successful at directing resources towards women and girls, whether that's in terms of education, in terms of the economy, in political representation.
Help me reconcile, because I think this is a point that many Americans would be confused by. The highest echelons of power, whether in the corporate world or in government, are largely held by men.
I think part of that is recognizing the generational divide. The crisis is generally speaking among younger men, right? So that's why we're talking about boys and men. The people in power, obviously, are older men, and eventually they're going to transition from those roles.
The median age of both Fortune 500 CEOs and members of the House of Representatives is about 57, while only 28% of the members of Congress are women. The number of women sworn into the most recent Congress represented a 44% increase compared to 10 years ago.
There are more Fortune 500 CEOs, I think, named like John, David, and Mike than there are female Fortune 500 CEOs, period. But the thing is, most men are not Fortune 500 CEOs. And these men who are succeeding extremely in their fields, they're doing great, but they don't necessarily represent all men or even the majority of men.
Christine Emba is a senior.
Child, what is she saying? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. American Express, huh?
Years ago.
There are more Fortune 500 CEOs, I think, named like John, David, and Mike than there are female Fortune 500 CEOs, period. But the thing is, most men are not Fortune 500 CEOs. And these men who are succeeding extremely in their fields, they're doing great, but they don't necessarily represent all men or even the majority of men.
What the fuck is what did she just say? What did she just say? I feel like, thank you, Kevin. Like, she didn't say Child just be out here talking and saying absolutely nothing. I listened to that shit twice. I don't know what the fuck she talking about at all. Thank you so much, Trap. He said, any of y'all in chains yet? Yes, I am. I am absolutely in chains by this foolishness that's so stupid and clear as to what the fuck is wrong. But child, people are not allowed to say anything. I'm going to say it. Fuck that. These bitches is the problem. I don't care what nobody said. I said that. I'm a biatch too. And I'm going to just say it. Biatches are the problem. The ones that think that they better than everybody else and they know everything just because they got some fucking degree or they got some fucking job. So the fuck what? So what? Then turn around and be complaining because you can't find nobody who's on your level. You're barely on your fucking level. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Anyway.
Christine Emba is a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute and author of Rethinking Sex, A Provocation.
Pretty much since the founding of the United States, political thinkers and ideas people have been bemoaning the state of American men. First, it was that the frontier closed and American men didn't have anywhere else to explore. Then it was that the world wars had decimated men. Eventually, that turned into sort of an obsession with how unfit physically men were getting. So this has always been sort of a question that's being asked of men. However, I do think that in this moment, men maybe are facing an identity crisis. One of the things that a lot of the young men I've talked to mention when I'm asking them about masculinity and manhood and where they get their ideas of how to be a man from is male role models.
Yes. Hey, I have a tie for you.
Many will say, my dad wasn't in the house, or like, I don't really have sort of older men around me who like taught me how to be a man.
So then it sounds like you know what the fuck it is that they need. She basically is admitting it right there. And you know it ain't a lot of male teachers or whatever, but I think I've told you one of the best teachers I've ever had was a man that taught in English, and he was amazing. I don't think it's just maybe because he was a man, it's just because he knew how to teach people, which helps. That freaking helps. I had a whole man at home and a whole man down the street. You know what I mean? Plenty of men in my life, but it's not a lot of male teachers, and it needs definitely to be more, but they don't think that teachers are worth it, so they don't get paid enough. But you know, whatever. That's a whole different live stream.
I think boys in particular feel this emotional roller coaster, this push and pull of like, on the one hand, I'm hearing people think men should be able to cry, but I also don't feel I can express myself, don't have enough adult men in my life that actually model that for me. Describe a physical sensation in or on your body, so something that you can feel, and then you're going to describe an emotional feeling. We don't give teenage boys enough credit for how emotional they are. When you create a space or an environment where it's acceptable and encouraged to do this, it's beautiful what happens naturally.
Classic Pie Friday.
Drew!
Young men and men with work project, please report to the library. Thank you.
Aaron, take one big deep breath in through the nose. Inside out. We're gonna do one more big deep breath in through the nose, and this time we're gonna bring our hands above our head. And side out, drop your hands.
David Reese is a language arts teacher at Oberlin High School in Ohio. Johnny Cole is Reese's former student and founder of Hey Brother, an organization that seeks to challenge and examine what it means to be a modern man. Every other week during the school year, Cole and Reese lead a group of over a dozen high school boys in lessons and discussions focused on the role of men in today's world, a program they call Men's Work.
So here's a question. When in your life was there a time when you wanted to cry? You felt it. You wanted to cry, but you kind of like stuffed that down and would not allow yourself. Jade?
When my dog died, I feel that was just a big part of my life, and for him to be taken just in an instant, it was kind of sad.
Who here has lost a pet? All right. Who here wanted to cry and did cry when you lost your pet?
Why do you think there's a hunger for this now?
I believe that there.
Damn, you can't cry when the dog dies? You can't cry when your cat dies? What the fuck is this? Emasculation started when Obama was in office. Pretty sure it started before that. I'm just saying. What the F are they doing to these boys? Emasculating them, like Matt just said. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
There always has been, but it is more present and potent because we have a cultural dialogue around men being expressive and the expectation that men should be going to therapy, and women wished that they could find men who were more expressive. I mean, I met David when I was 13 years old, and at the time I was incredibly emotionally suppressed and struggling a lot at home because I grew up in an abusive environment. And so I developed a bit of a mistrust for opening up to older men, and that didn't stop me from admiring David. And as you see from his interactions at school, he's such a wonderful presence and such an incredible role model.
On the subject of positive role models and whatnot, this obviously has to start very early in life.
Yeah.
Where are men, or are men in the classroom?
We've seen a massive decline in the share of male teachers. We have fewer men in our classrooms now than we do women in STEM professions, or women in law, women in medicine, etc. And we actually need to go a bit further in some areas. Meanwhile, a decline in the share of men in professions like teaching. And what that means is that there is just this dearth of men standing in front of these kids.
In the 1980s, 1 of 3 K-12 teachers were men. Today, it's just 1 in 4. And there have been many headlines in recent years highlighting how boys are falling behind in school.
In the classroom, have you seen boys struggle when it comes to achievement, when it comes to participation?
Yes. Yeah. Handing in assignments. Like all my girls are handing in the assignment. And if I've got like 8 boys in the class, maybe 1 or 2 did.
Educators see boys lagging behind from elementary school through graduation. Prior to middle school, boys are more likely to repeat a grade than girls. And in high school, girls have consistently earned higher GPAs than boys.
For years, people have been saying that K-12.
I feel like it's always been that way, though. I'm just saying. I feel like it's always been that way. Girls mature better or faster than boys and all that type of stuff, taking school more seriously. Boys are late developers. That's what I've always heard. And then you do a growth spurt when you're 15 or 16 years old, and then maybe you'll get more serious after that. I mean, I'm assuming that shit is still true. Shout out to Fa, appreciate you, Boo. He says she pretty much said not enough women are CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. Therefore, give us a job at the top in the name of equality, the typical DEI. She can't even articulate that properly, but yeah, you should be in charge. Like, what are we doing? I can't. Repeat a grade where they won't leave any kids behind. Is that still a thing? No child left behind. Is that still a thing? I don't know what is and what isn't. That was my question, Kay. What the fuck are these parents doing? Because, everybody always skips over that part. If you don't take education seriously at home, how the hell are the kid going to take it seriously when they go to school, right? If you don't require anything from your damn kid, how are they going to give you anything? How are they going to produce anything? Because there are requirements here, and there was requirements for me, and there's no negotiating that. If your ass ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you get punished. You want to get off of punishment, then I suggest you correct what the fuck it is that you messed up. You think anybody doing that? You know why? That requires a sacrifice in order to do that, right? If you're going to prioritize shit for your kids, that means you need to make it the priority yourself. That means you can't do what you want to do. And we already know that there's plenty of bitches that do not prioritize their kids before themselves. You can't go out. You can't go away for the weekend because your kid got shit to do. You got to go to the damn Girl Scouts. You got to take them to the bowling. You have to take them to the tennis. You have to take them here. You have to take them there. There's band, there's high school, there's skating. There's all this shit that you do when you have kids. I'm assuming that boys are the same. I don't know, but this is what I do know. I got to take you there. We got to take the trip to Virginia because the Girl Scouts are going here. We got to pay for that shit. That's how you also meet your fucking community. That's how you get to know other people also. You can't just sit there talking about or give them the fucking phone and then you go do what the fuck you want to do because you feel like doing what the fuck you want to do. Expose them to something different as opposed to what it is that you've seen in your life. You want better for your kids. At least that's how I thought. That's how I thought it was supposed to work. That means I can't do shit. That's why now I'm doing shit because I did that, which when I said I stopped being a school bus driver because we both can't be up and out at 5 a.m. Someone has to do this. Why would I be mad because I have to take care of my children that I bore? Why would I be mad that I have to spend time with my own children? And let me tell you something, one thing that is true, for sure, the time goes by quickly. So you can sit here and complain and you can blame it on postpartum because I've had that too. You can blame it on whatever the fuck it is that you want. You're going to do what you have to do for what it is that you think is a priority for you. So when you're sitting up here talking all that bullshit, I just hear you don't give a fuck about your own kids. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care that it's 2025. I don't care if it's 1990, 1971. The facts are the fucking facts. You are going to do what you need to do for what it is that you feel is important. That's why you bitches be out here doing all this shit for these dudes, because that's what the fuck it is that you want. I don't care what comes out of your damn mouth. Shout out, hold on. Shout out to Upward Man. Thank you, boo. He said, hey, Messi, just joining finally off of work. Well, shout out to you, overnight worker, I assume. Mrs. Messi, who are these? Come on. Who are these mofos on my screen? We're watching the documentary that I talked about yesterday. So we're watching the whole thing, and it's already some bullshit. Just text me, Trim. There's already some bullshit going on, right? You see the thumbnail, because I'm like, well, maybe it's the biatches, but at the end of the day, it's at home too, because the whole damn man in the whole damn house ain't even helping his own damn kid. And like I said, if you're not going to tell them what's important, then I guess they go and find whatever they want, and then that's how these kids get into trouble. And then you'll be like, well, what you expect them to do? He live in West Baltimore and bullshit like that, child. Please.
The education system is not set up for boys, requiring them to sit still for hours on end, labeling any boy who's a little bit more rambunctious as having ADHD or some other.
Oh my God, he's absolutely right. Yo. I already told my kid, because they already trying out with my grandsons. I said, we not doing that. We not getting labeled shit. We not getting labeled ADHD. Boys need to go outside. They need to run it off. They need to play. All of them need to go. Child, do these people even know what a park look like? Do you take your kid to the park? Do they know what a fucking seesaw is? Do they know what a jungle gym is? Do they know what a fucking swing is? Do they know what a tire swing is? Any of that shit? Run that energy off. These people also don't freaking put them on the fucking schedule. They get to do what they want whenever they want. Imagine being a child and being able to do what the fuck you want to do whenever you want to do it. And then you got to get up and go out into the world thinking you could do whatever you want whenever you want to do it. So we're going to act like parenting ain't a part of the fucking problem? So we just going to act like that don't matter at all, right? That ain't shit. That absolutely is the first fucking thing. And I promise you these people probably won't even be speaking on that part of it, because that's numero uno. I don't care what nobody says. Shout out to Ms. AB. I appreciate you. She said a lot of people don't like their kids. I agree with you. It's just a way I'm saying it. It's just a way to get more benefits and to get try to keep some man that don't want you to begin with. You already know that. And that's bullshit. And then who's suffering? Who's suffering now? Who's out here doing all the most of the criminal shit? Fucking juveniles. We just gonna act like that's because why? Just because it's just a sign of the fucking times? It's because motherfuckers ain't taking care of their kids as the top priority like they are supposed to be. Kofa said, I have my son tested just to see what the docs would say, and I'd adjust from there. No labeling. No, we're not going to do that. No, we're going to do what we're supposed to do first, and then thereafter, maybe something different. But we're not jumping to, we just going to label them as ADHD. I mean, I don't know what it's called now, but it was called ADHD back when I was in school. And it was always, and I'm saying always, some boys only, that was labeled ADHD. So you try to tell me in kids, only boys are ADHD? Maybe because boys and girls are different and boys have testosterone and they need to work that energy off. I guess that's just crazy talk, right? Child, please.
For years, people have been saying that the K through 12 education.
I'm sorry, these people over here making hand over fist to come up with this bullshit, not bullshit, let me not say that, to come up to a fucking documentary where the answers are obvious on what the fuck the problem is. Making money. Making fucking money.
Handing in the assignment. And if I've got like 8 boys in the class, maybe 1 or 2 did.
Educators see boys lagging behind from elementary school through graduation. Prior to middle school, boys are more likely to repeat a grade than girls. And in high school, girls have consistently earned higher GPAs than boys.
For years, people have been saying that the K through 12 education system is not set up for boys, requiring them to sit still for hours on end, labeling any boy who's a little bit more rambunctious as having ADHD or some other social issue.
It's cool to not care as a boy. It's cool to be nonchalant. You're struggling in a math class and you won't ask for help because you don't want to be seen as weak. Whereas girls are not socialized to believe it is weak for them to ask for help.
Today I'm feeling very excited because we have a home football game today, and I'm super happy and excited.
Okay, and where do you feel that in your body? Like,
I feel that like in the chest, like my arms.
That's
my
it.
upper body.
That's it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
In the 2010s, I think we sort of reached this, I think rather unfortunate, frankly, high water of sort of almost jokey, feminist, progressive movement misandry. We talked about girl bosses and the future being female. And then, of course, the flip side of that was it being okay to be like, men are trash. We don't need men anymore. And I think that also left a lot of men thinking, well, okay, if being a man is bad, if masculinity is toxic, what am I supposed to do?
Given
Fuck them bitches. That's what you're supposed to do. Fuck them bitches. Or, I guess if you only got your mom at home and she going along with that shit. I've never said once in my life to my children, be strong, independent, and don't need a man. I've never even heard of that shit until I came onto YouTube. There's so much I didn't know. There's no way I would tell them that. There's no way that I would tell them that. That's crazy to me. You gonna work. You gonna work for what it is that you need to get. You definitely, and I always said, don't have sex until you get married. Always, always, always. I've always preached that from the gate. People be like, is that realistic? I was like, I don't know if it's realistic, but that's the message I'm giving. I'm like, and if something changes, then something changes. But what I'm supposed to do, sit here and say, go fuck whoever the fuck you want to, be a whore? No, I'm not telling my children that. And I also said, don't bring no babies home here. Don't bring no babies home here. Eventually she did, but they got through into their 20s. So I'm like, I feel like it's successful. You wasn't no teen parent, none of that shit, right? No, we're not gonna lower the standard. You don't lower the fucking standard to meet the low standard. You have the standard. If you want to do anything, you raise the fucking standard. Nobody want to work hard anymore. They just want to just be on easy street, basically. Whatever I want is what I want, and you should accept it. I don't care. Thank you so much, Wokel. He said they said the future is female in the 70s. I think I do remember that. Considering CIA and Steinem ties to that movement, sounds like the plan worked. Absolutely did. Congratulations. And all these people who are suffering from it now, congrats to them. And still following it, mind you. Like, still following it at this point, and then turn around and saying, what happened? What happened? Child. Thank you, Dr. Steele. I appreciate you, boo. He said years ago, Dr. Wesley Muhammad did a lecture on the black men becoming feminine. Oh, my God. And black women becoming masculine. This ish is coming to pass. Wow. If you want to send it to me, maybe we can watch it. Let me know. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Dante said lowering the standard equals soft bigotry of low expectation. God forbid you say something where someone has to achieve something at a high level. No. You can't do that. You can't say that shit. That's why that is the same difference of when my children or my grandchildren come here and I tell them, hands off the wall. Everybody can think that's funny and think this is a joke and think that I mean, fuck that. You are going to follow rules. If you don't follow rules at home or ain't none that for you at home or ain't none for you somewhere else, when you come here, you're going to follow the fucking rules. And rule number 1, hands off the fucking wall and you eat in the kitchen. Because that's the other thing, child. They be over here, they be over in their parents' homes talking about eating on the couch and taking food to the room. Who where? No, we don't do that here. No. Sit your ass at the damn kitchen table. When you get up, that means you done. And you clean up after yourself. Child, it's not hard. You got to teach these people. If you ain't going to do it, then who the hell going to do it? Oh, yeah, the rest of the world, which is what people used to try to tell people back in the 70s and 80s, right? Do you want to teach your kid or do you want the world to teach your kid? I guess people are opting for the world to teach their kid. And then y'all are supposed to SYCBM and save them.
Where we are, where we have a certain portion of the male population kind of uncertain about where their place is in society, you might say that they're vulnerable to manipulation. They go online. There's a whole host of people who are kind of waiting with, open arm to grab audience.
And ready answers. It's not entirely irrational for some boys and young men to feel like their problems, their struggles are not treated with the same level of seriousness and empathy as the struggles of others. And as long as that remains the case, we have left a gap. We have left a psychological vulnerability among those boys and young men to the claim from someone who comes along and says, I get it, you're struggling. True. You know why? They don't care about you. The society, the school, they don't care about you. I care about you. And I have the solution to your problem.
I think that.
So why is it that it's racism if you do it to Black people, but with men, it's just okay and it's acceptable and it's all good in the hood? Why is that? Ain't that interesting? So you can treat a man any way that you want to, and it's okay and acceptable. Somebody say something to you bitches, you all up in arms, and it's toxic and it's toxic masculinity, but you can say whatever you want. Anybody says anything, you're a white, or no, what am I? You're Uncle Ruckus, you're black male identified, all that bullshit. But then if they, that's weird, isn't it? Isn't it interesting how you can't do it the opposite way, but anybody can say anything to y'all? Sorry, y'all. I see you. I see it. I'm just saying. I mean, it's not too hard to see if you got common fucking sense and you can be fair, but we know enough people don't know how to be fair. They just want to be telling somebody all the time. I guess I spoke up Andrew Tate.
Marriage is one of the tools that the Western world uses to enslave men. Women have become delusional, and men are completely disenfranchised.
The majority of women definitely, I don't think, should be able to vote. In recent years, an ecosystem of content has exploded online and on social media, targeting men of all ages, including teen boys. It's become known as the manosphere. There are thousands of content creators in the manosphere, but one of the most popular, well-known for his extreme and misogynistic rhetoric, is former kickboxer Andrew Tate.
The online world is buzzing this morning about a sudden move by Andrew Tate. That hugely popular personality is known for telling his audience that men should dominate the world the way they used to.
Well, it's been proven that the smartest people in the world are men.
So the manosphere used to be a collection of predominantly online.
So don't listen to Andrew Tate, but listen to this. I'm going to just say this. Child. This is okay and acceptable, but Andrew Tate is not. I can't even, maybe they followed this up like this on purpose. Because, just like one of y'all said earlier, Obama's talking about you need to have a ABCD role model in your home for your boys. And Black people, y'all not listening and hearing and seeing that, it just makes me sad, but not really that I care, but just makes me sad that some of y'all just don't have any fucking common sense. You hear that and you're just okay with it just because it's fucking Obama? Fuck that nigga. You have a whole ass man in the house, but you should bring in an ABCD. This is a part of the newest problem is everything got to be ABCD. Child, y'all got that. I'm not falling for that shit. Fuck that. Okay? Fuck that. I don't care. I don't have to. Mario Barnes, assistant professor at the University of Wisconsin. Shout out to Wisconsin, child. Lord help your people.
Websites and blogs that all shared a belief men were the oppressed group in society and women were doing the oppression.
Mariel Barnes is an associate professor of public affairs with a focus on gender and has done extensive research on the manosphere and the ideology of so-called red pill content.
The idea of red pill comes from the Matrix.
What is she doing? Hold on, y'all. I thought you should be teaching somebody as the assistant person at Wisconsin.
A collection of predominantly online websites and blogs that all shared a belief men were the oppressed group in society and women were doing the oppression.
Mariel Barnes is an associate professor of public affairs with a focus on gender and has done extensive research on the manosphere and the ideology of so-called red pill content.
The idea of red pill comes from the Matrix. Neo is offered a red pill and a blue pill. If he takes the red pill...
Child, I'm going to watch this movie today. All my my list of things to do with the many things that I have to do. If it's on Netflix, I'm going to watch this movie because I've never seen it. Child, I hope it's only one. I don't have time for this. But clearly, I've missed something because this was a big part. I was listening to somebody yesterday, I don't remember who, of what where Kevin Samuels got a lot of his information from. And I think Obsidian does too.
He wakes up and he sees the truth about the society he lives in. With the manosphere, when they say they're red-pilled, what they mean is they have taken the red pill, similarly to Neo, and they've realized that actually everything they've learned about society before is incorrect. There is no patriarchy, there is no misogyny. In reality, it's women who are in charge and women who are oppressing men and men who are suffering in modern society.
Men and boys hear these messages that sometimes their very presence, their very being is a problem, problematized, particularly on the progressive left. What you see in some respects, particularly online, the rise of sort of the red pill communities. And so if people over here say your maleness is a problem, the ones over here say, no, it's good to be a man and you should say that with your head held high, your chest stuck out.
The idea.
So you got this whole movie that has influenced people that's been put out here. You can't listen to it, right? Or it's not good for you because you're choosing the red pill, even though that's what it's about. I'm not watching 4 movies today. I'm gonna promise y'all that right now. 4 movies? I hope I only have to watch the first one if I can even find that. But when it's Sex in the City, which I told y'all yesterday, or maybe I didn't tell y'all, but I was talking about I did, the part where Samantha said that at some point it's not even going to be a difference with who's sleeping with who as a male or a female. It'll just be everyone is whatever they want to be, and then everyone will be sleeping with everyone. Well, damn it, if they wasn't right, then I don't know who was. Lord have mercy, this is crazy. I still am tripping out at this man working at the Heritage Foundation. One is on Netflix. Okay, good, because that's what I got. And Hulu. And Paramount. And Stars. I got too damn many, it sounds like.
Online, the rise of sort of the red pill communities. And so if people over here say your maleness is a problem, the ones over here say, no, it's good to be a man and you should say that with your head held high, your chest stuck out.
The idea that these places actually target men and say they're for men and also sort of define masculinity in a clear way is really appealing, especially to younger men who are like, well, I'm not sure what masculinity looks like or what it is, but like this guy has a roadmap and he's telling me what it is. I think the girl.
So what's wrong? But it's okay if the biatches tell y'all. Shout out to Machismo TV up in here. I see you, boo. So it's okay if this tells you, probably allegedly, according to Obama, it's okay if this tells you what to do, but it's not okay if a male who you are as well tells you what to do. Child.
Growth of social media and podcasting has made manosphere content much more accessible. Before, you had to go look for it, right? You had to find a blog that you liked and you had to read it and you had to engage with it, right? A comment on a blog. Whereas now you can just be on social media and an algorithm will pop something up, right?
In a study of TikTok accounts mirroring adolescent boys, each account started off with 13 targeted videos out of 100 that contained misogynistic content. 5 days later, that number jumped to 56. And in less than a week, teen boys were 4 times more likely to encounter sexist content, not by searching, but by algorithms.
I want them to do a study on how often you come across ABCD content and then how much that jumped 3 days later and how much that jumped 5 days later. Because, child, it is all over my Instagram. I think I looked at one thing and now it won't stop. Child, I don't need to see this shit. I don't want to see this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not ABCD and I don't give a fuck. And that's okay. I don't know how to change the algorithm, but all I'm saying is that does the same thing because that's just how social media works. But now it's a problem because it's y'all's and y'all's kids, and it's showing you someone like child Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson and whoever the hell the rest of them are, because that's the issue. Because a man talking to a man is a problem because it should be a biatch talking to a man about everything, even though they really don't want to teach him anything. They just want to tell him about how wonderful women are. Child, please.
TikTok did not respond to a request for comment.
Do you follow anyone who
TikTok is run by the Chinese that's supposedly trying to take all of our information. Why the hell would they comment and come onto this show? Allegedly. Shout out to Will Quill. Thank you, honey. He said the people who can't define what a woman is want to define masculinity. If this isn't Orwellian, I don't know what is. Poor double thing. I still don't understand about sitting up here talking about I don't know what a woman is, child. I can't stand people, child. This is why I stay to myself. Just leave me the fuck alone. Just leave me the fuck alone. Fa says it's not on Netflix. I found it on YouTube TV. I'll send you my password later. Aren't you the sweetest? Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. You make sure I see that movie, huh? I do want to watch it now. I got to just sit down and I probably give 2 hours of life. Maybe I'll wash clothes and fold them. Like I folded the clothes, y'all. I just didn't put them away. I'm halfway there.
Might fall into like the manosphere camp.
Yeah, because I like to work out a lot, and I feel like there's like a lot of like these influencers now that try to like tell kids nowadays use steroids and stuff like that, and it's just like I feel like so many kids nowadays are like starting to actually think that this stuff is like cool. Kids at younger ages are starting to like think it's okay.
Do you ever come across or do you follow any influencers who try to tell young men about how to act around women, how to treat women?
I think I do follow like this one dude and like a couple of like other like big like fitness influencers.
What do they say about women? And
like they just like call them like slut and like hoes and stuff like that. I just feel like that's just like it's almost like just objectifying them and just like putting that on all women. And I feel like when you put that on all women, like it's just disrespectful.
So watching these fitness influencers.
Well, as long as he knows not to put it on all women, then there you go. Because let's not act like they're not hoes. I guess I'm being MSG right now. What is OnlyFans? Where's the documentary on OnlyFans and what age they start and how much money they really make and how successful they really are and how long they've been on it? Where that information at? I'm not putting that on this man here. This is the man that put this shit together. But since they want to start pushing shit out, other things to try to blame it on them, then go ahead and point that stuff out. Because there's enough hoes on the same TikTok that you be talking about. There's also enough single mothers. There's also enough bitches who saying they don't even like their kids. There's also enough bitches that's blaming everybody else for their issues. There's also a lot of bitches talking about, I need my food stamps. There's also a lot of bitches that said that they can't even feed their kids. There's a lot of bitches that are homeless. There's a lot of bitches talking about, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. And yet the nails is done, the hair is done, the lashes is done, and everything else. Ignore all that, child. Ignore all that. That don't matter.
Do you ever come away feeling like I want to be a man? I gotta get, I've got to bench a certain amount. I gotta get jacked.
Yeah, just feeling like I need to be bigger. Like just feeling like I need to be doing more. Or whenever I am in the gym, kind of just like in my head, I guess.
A 2025 University of Toronto study of 1,553 boys and men found that those who often saw muscular bodies, supplements, or drug content on social media were more likely to show signs of muscle dysmorphia, a condition affecting about 1 in 3 participants.
That gets to the question.
What? Boys and young men who frequently saw social media content that showed muscular bodies or supplements got body dysmorphia? Child, here is a novel idea, y'all. Just listen to me for a second. Do you think that parents could control their social media usage? Does anyone think that parents could do something about their children's social media? Because I'm pretty sure that there are parental controls. I'm pretty sure on the phones that you can watch what the hell it is that your kid is doing, what they're seeing and things like that. But that's not a thing either, because it's everybody else's responsibility to make sure that your kid turns out right. I'm always going to bring it back to fucking home. I don't care what nobody says. If you watching what the fuck it is that your kid is doing, or you're monitoring what the fuck it is that they're doing on the computer, or what the fuck it is that they're doing on the phone with the controls that are there for you, or you're sitting up there participating in their fucking lives and you asking what's going on and you look through their fucking phone and you keep up with what the fuck it is that they're doing, which is hard. Guess what? It is not easy, but you have to do it. That's part of parenting. What are you doing? Being in their business. I know that's just crazy talk because everyone else is supposed to do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's your job. You took all that pleasure. Your kid, your responsibility. Give up what the fuck it is that you want to do for you and take care of your kids. I just had a feeling they're just never going to say that part in here because it's the internet is the problem now. But y'all want TikTok so badly. And the president that you can't stand just saved that shit again. He should let that shit go. And as far as OF is concerned, if that dude did it the one time when he said that he was going to get rid of it, these bitches had a fit. Do a damn story on that. So many stories to be done. Do a story on all the hoes that was protesting and carrying on about the fact that they was going to get rid of OF because hoes want a hoe. That's what it is, right? Women turning fucking 18. Amazing. Women turning fucking 18, and the first thing that they do is get on OF. But the young man that's being told that by influencers who you're allowing him to watch, now the influencer is the problem and never the parent. I love it. I love it. Kofa says, see, that's the feminism in him. What influencer told him to use roids? Just be making up shit. I don't know. Ms. AB, I appreciate you. She said parental control. What's that? Is that those are words that they don't want to hear anymore. Those are words that they don't want to hear, parental control. But take parental out and put male control. Those are the words that they want to hear, because that's what it comes down to. Not that they own kids, excuse me, but once they're adults. And yeah, because you're supposed to be SYCBMing, but you got to listen to what these biatches say.
Likely to show signs of muscle dysmorphia, a condition affecting about 1 in 3 participants.
That gets to the question of, are some of these spaces exploitative? And I would say some of them definitely are. I think there are a lot of men who feel kind of troubled or unsure of their identity and are looking for answers. And there are a lot of people willing to sell them an answer that looks like, buy my product, keep subscribing to my podcast. I will tell you just how horrible it is to be you, how badly you're doing, and I will sell you something that will like sort of make it better, but still make you anxious.
If you're a young man, especially if you haven't made...
Yeah. Go ahead. And I'm not saying that some of these jackasses aren't jackasses, because you already know, in my opinion, which ones I think are jackasses. However, nobody is going back to the base, which is the fucking parents. This is just another indicator, just like when we watch The Crime is Down, that they don't even hold parents accountable for their own damn kids. All these kids are under 8 damn teen. All these kids are under 8 damn teen, and they ain't even trying to do near none of that. Talk to any of that. Ciao.
Maybe had particularly strong male role models in your life. And it's very interesting that those young men who are most attracted to the misogynist manosphere, let's call it that, right, the Andrew Tate type figures, they are the ones who are kind of most hungry. That those are the ones who have a vacuum of one kind or another. So the question is, like, well, how did that vacuum get created? How do we answer the question how to be a man in the boy's actual life or the young man's actual life, so they don't have to look for it online?
The worst of it, I would say.
So it's okay to pump up yourself and be strong, independent. I don't need a man. But as soon as a young man, a boy, a male says that, you know, he wants to be a man, he don't want to deal with hoes, and he want to go out here and go to the gym and make money, then now all of a sudden that's misogyny. Good child. If these people don't go to hell, Lord help your people.
Are male content creators who are selling men a vision of manhood that's all about, you know, making a lot of money, owning, you know, fast car. But the one thing that they don't talk about is
wait. Who be telling y'all that you got to make as much money as me? And if you got an old car, I just saw something that said like you're broke if you got a used car that's over like 5 years old or something. Someone just like, I've just seen videos of that. Some bitch talking about if your car is over 5 years old, then you're broke. Just ignore all that, right? Wow. Lord, help your people.
I would say, are male content creators who are selling men a vision of manhood that's all about, you know, making a lot of money, owning, you know, fast car. But the one thing that they don't talk about is the importance of family. Why would a man sign up to get married today?
Oh, they're not talking about the importance of family. You know who might want to talk about the importance? Shh. Let me tell everybody a secret. You know who probably should be talking about the importance of family? Child, y'all guess. Who should be talking about the importance of family? I give you 3 guesses and the first 3 don't count. Now let's just take a moment and think. Who should be teaching a young man about the importance of family? Because while you answering that question, when you're saying strong, independent, doing it for yourself, don't need a man, ain't nowhere in there, none of that is that saying family. But I guess they don't hear that part, right? I guess they're not hearing that part. The mama? Yes, the mama and the parents. You can't tell me. You're never going to get me to think anything different. Never, ever, no way. Never, ever. Andrew Tate ain't your problem. Myron Even ain't your problem. Jordan Peterson ain't your problem. And all the rest of them that I don't know ain't your problem. Your problem is your parent ain't teaching you. Because if you're getting that influenced by what's on the daggone internet, then that means that you are not caring for your kid at home. And you're allowing that to happen. And you're not having your own fucking conversations with your own fucking kids, spending time with them and showing them and telling them that you need to prioritize family. Because honestly, I believe, and you tell me if I'm wrong, if I say, child, you can date, don't get pregnant, don't bring no babies home here. You have a curfew. You need to be home by this time. You can be on this computer, that's out here in the public so we can walk by and see what it is. And please know that it is under parental supervision. So any place that you go, I'm going to find out where it is. That daggone phone, it sits in my room once you go to bed. Anybody doing any of that? I'm assuming not. Don't have kids until you get married. Don't have kids until you get married. Don't have kids until you get married. Nope, lower the standard and be like, child, you can do whatever you want to do. It's okay. You don't know. Yes, it's the parents' responsibility, but nowhere am I hearing them say, nah, none of that. Nope, absolved yet again. So then when you do have these kids, when these people do have these kids that they do have, because they're saying that the birthing rate is lowering, then you do have these kids, and then you think that the government is supposed to take care of your kids. Child, get the internet to take care of them, child. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's why there's beg talk. So I guess they are doing that. So my bad. Mr. Walker, I appreciate you, boo. He said, keep cooking, sister. Thank you, hun. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. If you are new, share the video. Thank you all so much. Come on, child.
When he knows that given sort of the social status of women today, that your wife could leave you at the drop of a dime and take half of what.
Hold on. Who in these videos, when they're doing all these videos, who's going on to these shows? Who's sitting there in the background, half dressed, talking about they OF at the age of 21, 22, and 23? Who's out here talking about they'd embedded 500 people in a night and trying to break the record to go to 501? Who is out here talking about how much money they made from their OF? Who is out here getting BBLs and breast lift and all this other shit, plastic surgery, I guess, and showing off everything on the internet, bent over twerking, shaking their tatas, all that other shit, doing it every day. I guess that's men doing that. I guess that's y'all's fault too. Oh Lord, y'all are responsible for between y'all and Trump. I just don't understand how y'all not running the world at this point. I just don't understand how y'all not running the world at this point.
Fast car. But the one thing that they don't talk about is the importance of family. Why would a man sign up to get married today when he knows that given sort of the social status of women today, that your wife could leave you at the drop of a dime and take half of what you own? So particularly to these guys, marriage is a bad deal. And it's one that the modern man should not sign up for.
Shout out to CGA. That's absolutely what he said. Or says, I should say. But to counter, so you need something to counteract that, I would think. You would need something to counteract that. And you know when you need it? Well, before they become adults. What's that time? What is that time frame before they become adults? Adolescence, a minor, a kid, a child, a baby. Now, who would be responsible for that to give them the fucking foundation before they get out there into the daggone huge ass world that y'all wanted to have created? And if they want, and if they're talking about that shit, guess who's sitting right next to them co-signing that shit? Not necessarily the marriage part, but about women, fast women, and effing and all the other shit. Oh, women. Wow. So who are these women? Who are these whores that are out here going along with it? I don't know nothing.
So how important is sports in finding a partner?
A lot of people on the first date, they'll go, oh, so you golf. Am I going to be a single mom while you're golfing the whole time?
Michael, who had...
I'm going to be a single mom while I'm golfing. Let me tell you something. If I was to meet a man, just say that I was going to meet a man and he was golfing, that's probably a man I probably should be knowing, okay? Because you know that when people be making deals, they usually go to golf courses, or it's golf courses and someplace else that dudes be making all these deals, which odds are they probably got money, allegedly, for the most part. Am I going to be a single mom while you go golfing? Bitch, if he making fucking money, care for your fucking kids and shut the fuck up. Crazy talk.
His last name be withheld for privacy. Is in his late 30s and looking for love.
Hold on. So these bitches want you to be out here making $500,000 and come home and take care of kids and wash and do. Y'all so stupid. Y'all are so stupid. You don't even want to be with your own fucking kids. I wish the fuck somebody would have said, child, you go have these kids and you can sit at home or you can take care of the house. Oh, yeah, that's what you want me to do? Not a problem, child. I could watch General Hospital. This is what I used to do back then. I had to record it because I had to go to work. I could watch General Hospital. I could send them kids to the backyard because the backyard was fenced in and it had a swing set. So they'd be outside for hours. They come in smelling like the outside, and black grandmothers say, you can't be in here smelling like the outside. So you know what? You go take a bath. I give them a bath, and they eat, get a bath, and then they go to fucking bed. It was a routine. I promise you these kids today don't have no routine. They have no routine at all. It's just do whatever you want.
A co-owner of a small business. He's one of the growing number of men over 35 that's never been married.
There are times she's probably going to want to get rid of you.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Everyone I've talked to at the club who's older is always like, and if they're terrible at golf, their wife made them pick it up, so they're not at the house.
He says he's been in several long-term relationships, but hasn't yet found the one.
You've been in relationships.
I was single for pretty much all my 20s. I didn't want to be. I wanted to be in a relationship, but it was like one of those things where I hadn't found myself yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trying to figure that stuff out.
That's what your 20s are for.
Exactly. And then my 30s, the majority of my 30s I've been in relationships, right? There was one person I dated for about 3 years that was just a phenomenal person. I still think the world of her. Unfortunately, we kind of got to a place where we're like, oh, God, everything's great. We should be running to go get married, but we're not.
Michael's story is becoming more common by the decade. In 1949, more than 75% of U.S. households were headed by married couples. As of 2024, that number has plummeted to just 47%.
Do you think it's becoming harder to date?
It's just different. I look at my grandparents. You know, my grandfather, it was a blind date with my grandma in a rowboat on Coney Island. He said, I'm going to marry you. And she thought he was crazy. It took him 7 dates to kiss her. It's both easier and more difficult, I'd say, because you can find what you're looking for easier today. I mean, you have an app and you have access to everyone who's single in the area. It's like a superpower, right?
Yeah.
Like there's always something better around the corner, right? And I think a lot of people lose focus of the, can I be in the here and now with the person?
What do you feel the role of a man in a relationship should be?
That's a loaded question.
What do you feel you should bring to a relationship?
Look, I think that's contingent on what the two individuals think, feel, and believe, and then how they come together. I think a very good quote, and I'm going to botch it, relationships, they're not 50-50. They're 80-20, they're 60-40, and you trade off. I think it's a dance, what the roles are. There's the question of how you show up, what you should do, what you shouldn't do.
I don't have many men around me. However, I am very lucky to be part of a women's community that has really opened my eyes to seeing the challenges that men face in our country right now.
Natalie Kramer is the founder of Single Saturdays, and once a month hosts meetups like this to bring men and women together in New York City.
I think one of the biggest challenges facing men and women is the differences in connection to our masculine and feminine energy. Yes, we have both of them inside each one of us. Most females are more connected with their feminine at their core. And what we're seeing in modern times is because of the Me Too movement, because of how the media shows men, there are a lot of good men that have become fearful and they have taken a step back.
To go to like bars or restaurants or museums or whatever to meet women, they don't have the opportunity because they don't want to go out alone.
Nick Rosen is the co-host of today's meetup and is a professional matchmaker with clients in New York City and across the country.
It's a sensitive time when it comes to guys being misunderstood. When they come up, like they're worried about if they're being misunderstood, if they're coming off as creepy, if they're coming off as weird.
A 2020 survey by Pew Research found that roughly half of men surveyed said a key reason they struggled to get a date in the past 12 months was the difficulty of approaching women. A significant share of single men rely on dating apps to meet women instead. But one report found that the match rate for the average man on Tinder was under 3% compared to nearly 31% for the average woman.
Do you get guys who say that perhaps, they've not had luck because they're not good looking enough, or they're not tall enough, they're not, they're not as fit as perhaps women want them to be?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the height part of it for sure. There's a lot of women I do interview that at a minimum, they're like 5'10", and that's like a really like strong minimum for them. There is that height thing. So I do think that that's not a misnomer. It's actually reality.
I'm sure you.
Oh, what is he, short? I'm sorry, I missed that.
They're not as fit as perhaps women want them to be.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the height part of it for sure. There's a lot of women I do interview that at a minimum, they're like 5'10", and that's like a really like strong minimum for them. There is that height thing. So I do think that that's not a misnomer. It's actually
probably somebody that's 4'6" talking about you got to be 5'10". Lord have mercy. No teeth. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. He said they want a jet ebony man, 6 feet tall, 6-pack abs, and 8 on the meat. $250K a year, eyes for them only, young and they're restless. Victor Newman. Oh, shout out to Victor Newman. What's wrong with Victor Newman? Because he gave Nikki everything she could ever want. She still wasn't happy. Shout out to Victor Newman. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. I don't disagree. Jet ebony man, 6 feet tall, 6-pack abs, and 8 on the meat. But then they was complaining about the young man being in the gym. Then they was complaining in the beginning about when they said that they go out here and make money. This is what I'm saying. Like, who cares what these bitches think? Honestly, you are saying exactly what the hell it is that they want, but they're mad when the person is doing what they need to do in order to get exactly what it is these dummies is looking for. Child, you can't make it up. Creator of your own demise at the end of the day. Half a damn crazy. Anyway, come on, child. Oh yeah, he does look like he's probably short. This dude that's talking. Shorter.
The reality.
I'm sure you have male clients who are insecure about whether they make enough money to attract someone of the opposite sex.
There's so many successful women who are well educated, and these are actually clients of mine, like female clients of mine who are so well educated and have amazing careers and all these things. But I think the big thing is to have they want a person who makes at least the same income as them or more.
The percentage of women earning
that's just dating in your class, which I've already said. Why would these bitches want these people all the way up here? Which fine, want what you want. You know what I'm saying? But you are surrounded probably by people that make the same amount of money as you when you're at work and shit like that. So why wouldn't you be interested in that? Oh no, you think you should have and want more. Then you wait forever and ever and ever. And then all of a sudden it's like, what is that? Where did all the men go? Which is what I love that drop that CGA plays. Go to child. I don't know. What you child, how I'm supposed to know? I ain't watching no football. What time is it? 12:23. All right. I got 47 minutes left. This should not take that long. There's about 20 minutes left of this. Less than 20 minutes.
more than men in a marriage has risen dramatically. In 1972, women were the primary breadwinners in just 5% of households. As of 2022, it's more than tripled to 16%.
The really good thing about the old male role model of breadwinner, worker, husband.
How come nobody was worrying about who was the breadwinner, who made the more money, like back here, like Leave It to Beaver time? Nobody cared. I mean, I know these women stayed home, but even coming up to the 70s and 80s and shit, maybe they were, and I just don't know it. Was they worried about all the who was making the money then? Nah, they just accepted that shit. Now all of a sudden, just say as a woman you make more money, right? Shit, as long as your significant other is working and bringing in money, like why are we worried about who makes more or whatever? Sometimes I've made more, sometimes he's made more, sometimes I've made more, sometimes he's made more. Listen, put that shit in the bank and pay these damn bills, okay? That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Nah, y'all bitches be focusing on the wrong shit, but y'all know, keep on with it. Keep on with it.
Father, breadwinner, etc. Well, it was really clear and really simple. The trouble with it was deeply unfair, especially to women. So we quite rightly have changed that. But as a result of...
Hold on.
It's more than tripled to 16%.
The really good thing about the old male role model of breadwinner, worker, husband, father, breadwinner, etc. Well, it was really clear and really simple. The trouble with it was deeply unfair, especially to women. So we...
the old role model was deeply unfair to women. Oh, it was deeply. How is it that in one breath you're all feminist and you can do it all, and then you turn around talking about it's not fair to women, and that's what the fuck it is that you're looking for? Is this right the fuck here? How much sense does that make? How? Oh my God, how? So you want to make all this money, and then you want him to make all this money so that you can then what? Stay home? Or you just want to make all this money while you're making all this money so he can stay home and do whatever it is that you tell him to do. I told y'all, it's about them controlling y'all. It's about them controlling y'all at the end of the day. I don't care what nobody say. How you out here talking all this sugar honey iced tea and you strong and independent, but then you want to fall back to traditional, but you don't want to really do the traditional shit? Wow, this is funny. Not really funny, but just funny because it just proves that these people just are contributing to their own demise.
Quite rightly have changed that. But as a result of, in a sense, just unbundling what it used to mean to be a man, we've created this huge confusion. And one of the things we've done is that we've reduced, I think, the incentive for men to feel like they should be in the labor force and they should be working. It's why I think women still say that they care about men's earning potential when they think about a partner. It's not because they want a man who can just let them stay home. They're not looking for an old-style breadwinner. They are looking for a man who has his act together, who is skilled, who is equipped, and who will be with them.
And when there is one, they still be comparing themselves to them, looking for them to make this and do this and have that and all these stupid requirements that don't matter at the end of the day, and still fuck it. And still fuck it up. I agree, Nicole. They just want to be paid for existing. Shout out to Hiram saying, Messy, you don't know. I know. I don't know nothing, child. I don't know nothing about nothing.
What are some of the qualities that are important to you?
So what's important to me with the person is at the core of who they are. Like I want someone who's driven but not blinded by their drive. So someone who's who's motivated, who wants to do something. I want someone who says yes to fun opportunities. Like hey, I saw this thing on Instagram. This is a really cool waterfall in upstate. I want to go check it out. It's like, absolutely, I'll get the snacks, right? Or I've already got a playlist for this. Great idea. Like to actively go do that stuff.
The challenging part is that, at least from my experience, most women,
instead of saying, let's go to Mastro Pastros and Castros and you buy me an outfit and you pay for my babysitter and you pay for my hair to get done and you pay for my nails to get done. Wow, imagine just saying, oh, let's go do this fun thing together. Ha, 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 ha. Let's have some fun. Let's be together. How about that? No, you got to spend a minute and a half at that. Shout out to Grape Tea, y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
I still do want a guy who sees it as his role to provide for his family. And this is the tension, is that people say, we don't want men to think of themselves this way, even while expecting men to fulfill these traditional roles. Because the fully modern man who says, you know what, I'm looking for a breadwinner wife. When you get 15 inches of snow in the winter, I can sip my hot cocoa while watching her in the window as she shovels our cars out. I don't know many women who want that kind of guy. But the messages you get from the culture is that men should sort of throw off anything that reeks of tradition and embrace anything that smells like modernity.
So he can't be in the house.
This is amazing.
He can't be in the house while you outside shoveling 15 inches of snow, right? But he can work 15 to 18 hours a day and then come home and put kids to bed and play with them and do homework with them and then clean up the kitchen because you cooked. Because y'all already know that's what they be expecting. Don't look at fairness. They ain't interested in fairness in any way, shape, or form. Just interested in what they want, when they want, how they want, and y'all do what they want, period, point blank. Bitches, you do this shit to yourselves. Bitches, you do this shit to yourselves. I mean, this is not rocket science. It's clear and it's obvious. But y'all, these bitches don't listen. No tea, thank you, honey. Said most women ain't got no skill to stay home. They not going to clean, not go to the grocery store, bring the food home, put the food away, cook dinner, take care of the kids. They just want to be lazy today. I don't disagree with you. But that stuff has to get done anyway. So that's what makes it crazy. So if people don't clean, maybe people don't clean. We've seen some places, child. We've seen some places. So maybe they're not cleaning. You got to go to the store, at least have the shit delivered. Shout out to me because, child, I'm not going to the grocery store. Deliver that shit to me, right? You got to put the food away. It's going to spoil. Like, it has to get done. So what is new about this? You got to put the food away. It can't just sit on the floor. Hopefully. You got to eat, so you got to cook the damn dinner. Ain't nobody taking care of their kids. But I agree with you.
Masculinity is defined by certain things. One of them is being the provider.
Then it's like a more thing of like, well, I want to be like really, I want to be this effective leader at work, that when I'm at home, I want to be treated in more like typical, like more masculine, feminine type of traditional roles type thing.
Yeah.
And, I want a guy who's going to be dominant in maybe in the bedroom and certain things like that.
But adds to the confusion for the men and the women in some cases. And
oh, yeah. Oh, it's so confusing. It's really confusing.
If you talk to women, especially actually, who are dating in this moment, you hear a lot of them talking about like meeting this kind of guy who professes to be a ladies' man or says that they want a relationship, but like calls women females and talks about how all they want is dinner paid for, which is really off-putting. You have these guys who, tell young men that women are out to get you, women are gold diggers and only want one certain kind of guy, and you're never going to get a girlfriend and you shouldn't even try. Except keep subscribing to this podcast and I'll tell you how to beat the odds or how you can trick women into liking you or, the products that you can buy and like the posture that you need to have to get women.
You see how my palm doesn't touch the ball? And I lift it and put it over the rim. Okay, guys, we're going to start off with knockout and then we're going to stretch, all right? If you have not played knockout before, get in the back of the line.
Michael Sartain is a coach, but he's not a basketball coach.
I need this motion and you're doing this motion.
He's coaching these men on how to date and attract women.
We walk like athletes. Does everybody understand? And if you didn't walk like athletes, no more of this.
47-year-old Sartain is an Air Force veteran and host of the Michael Sartain podcast.
You're from Texas?
Yeah, from East Dallas.
Oh, I love you.
Do y'all know this dude? I've never heard of him before. Michael Sartain. Y'all know him?
Yes, I'm man.
Yeah. Host of the YouTube show Access Vegas.
And welcome, guys, to Access Vegas. You guessed it, we're going to have a great time tonight.
Where he talks culture and dating with female influencers and models. He's also founder and CEO of Men of Action, a program that focuses on leadership, communication, networking, and dating.
It's becoming harder.
You mean women show up to this shit? Wait a damn minute. You mean women show up to this shit? Wow.
For this.
47-year-old Sartain is an Air Force veteran and host of the Michael Sartain podcast.
You're from Texas?
Yeah, from East Dallas.
Oh, I love you.
Why are they showing up? I'm confused. Why are these women going to this oppressive shit?
Host of the YouTube show Access Vegas.
And welcome, guys, to Access Vegas. You guessed it, we're gonna have a great time tonight.
Where he talks culture and dating with female influencers and models. He's also founder and CEO of Men of Action.
Female influencer and models. I guess that's whose fault now, and that's just code for whores. I don't care. That's it. Wait, were they on Vogue? Do they know child? What is her name? Anna Wintour. Is she still alive? Do they know Anna Wintour? Do they know Tyra Banks? I'm trying to understand where they modeling at, because shaking your ass on Instagram don't make you a model. That just makes you an Instagram person. But people saying this shit inflates these people's egos too. I'm just saying. Back in the 80s, modeling meant that you actually went somewhere, like Heidi Klum and Giselle, even all the Victoria's Secret models, and you had ad campaigns and you got paid and you went there and they made you up and they did all these things. Now I guess all you got to do is take some pictures in your house and put it on Instagram. Now all of a sudden you're a model. Okay.
Program that focuses on leadership, communication, networking, and dating.
It's becoming harder and harder to meet high-quality women these days. Dating apps are completely rigged against the average man. Women are more resistant to cold approach than ever, and modern women have unrealistic expectations of what they want in a man. Tell me, why do people come to you? They'll see on my social media that I host these incredible events where there's a lot of really attractive women there, and we don't use money, and there's no drugs, and there's no alcohol.
Oh, wow. Look at that. They showing up. Oh, no, not to this misogynistic shit. You're being taken advantage of. Run, bitch, run. I'm just saying.
I just saw that in the dating space and in just men in general, there was a falling behind, largely due to social media, causing men to lose the ability to act in real life. Most of the marketing is about dating. I sell them what they want and teach them what they need. Once they get in the course, they come to find out it's a U.S. military officer training course. That's kind of what I put them through.
Over 4.
Now, don't buy, I don't know his name, whatever his name is. Don't buy his course, okay? But y'all make sure you go and buy Kendra's course, where you go there to try to find a relationship to which she don't have one. Try to look towards marriage, which she ain't never had none. And I'm sure she'll be able to help, right? But this is the problem. Yeah. I'm just saying.
1,000 men have signed up, ranging from a 53-year-old grandfather to young professionals, blue and white collar workers, who have all paid anywhere from $27 to $6,000 for coaching services. One program includes an in-person Las Vegas immersion experience with face-to-face interaction with Mike, photo shoots, events at clubs, and dinners.
Competence means nothing. Don't worry about that. Just do the thing first. That's why it's called Men of Action.
We were allowed to film one afternoon of the Las Vegas immersion. We were asked to blur all the attendees' faces, but one client of Sartain's program agreed to speak with us.
I've talked to some of the most attractive women I've ever talked to. I've learned a lot of techniques.
Imagine being a professional poker player. He got money. Shout out to him. You got a problem meeting women, sir? Okay.
On what I'm going to have to do to develop this life that I dream about.
Maziar Monferred is a 33-year-old professional poker player from Wichita, Kansas. He's a month into Sartain's program and used different online dating coaches before Men of Action.
Pickup guys, they'll go into interactions with women and they'll say, oh, she's not going to sleep with me, screw her, I'm going to go to the next person. Michael's like, no, you build connections with these women, you make them your friends, and in the long term, that's going to provide massive amounts of value to your life.
The thing I see most common is highly intellectual guys who don't know how to communicate with the opposite sex.
To help his clients engage with the opposite sex while in Vegas, they must approach 50 women every night.
Who here was able to finish 50 approaches in a night? You guys were? Who here, at what approach did you just not care anymore? Was it 12? Was it all 50 you cared? About 10 you didn't care anymore? You know what happens? They get to 12, they get into an awesome conversation with somebody who like lives in a place they used to live, and they spend the whole night talking to this person that they just met. But shh, don't tell them that. But yeah, they never get to 50, man. They just get over their approach anxiety. There are probably people who would look at your program and listen to your pod and then listen to this interview and say, this guy's full of shit.
Yeah. Did he just give away his key there? Just approach 50 women. You'll get tired of it, and you'll meet one during the approach to the 50, and you'll find a nice woman by 12. Look at that. Shout out to child, whatever his name is.
You know, you're capitalizing on the fears and the vulnerabilities of men who are really struggling here. Yeah, that's a great point. And I would feel bad if I didn't have 4,000 guys telling me that this worked, that this changed their life. If I didn't go to weddings for my clients, then I would agree with you. Do you think that men are consuming content online that could be harmful to them? Yes, they are. I absolutely believe they are. Part of that has to do with the fact.
Wait, aren't you online, sir?
If I'm a content creator and I make content like I do, which is about solutions, it doesn't do very well on YouTube. And so a lot of these content creators, they're rewarded with more views for saying outlandish, bombastic, ostentatious things, and the algorithm keeps rewarding them.
The definition that you ascribe to manosphere, you would be part of that manosphere.
Yes, for sure. There's good parts and bad parts. If you take the worst ideas from manosphere content, it sounds horrible, and I don't stand by it. That's why I don't consider myself red pill. I'm red pill adjacent.
Sartain met Andrew Tate at an event in 2025 and says while he wouldn't use Tate's communication style with his audience, he strives for an open dialogue with content creators across the spectrum.
It is problematic. When I hear manosphere, when I hear the term manosphere, I just think a collection of men, and I know Richard Reeves wouldn't agree with this, but Richard Reeves I would put in the manosphere because he's having a conversation about men and women and why they're falling behind. He's not going to identify himself that way, but that's what manosphere means.
There's only a dark side to the manosphere, right? There isn't a sunlit, amazing manosphere. No one ever talks about it as a great and empowering thing. But actually, even when you do use the term in the way that you've just defined it, which is this space that's about masculine content, it's geared towards men, it's provided for by men. Joe Rogan's the biggest platform in the world. Most of Rogan's content is not about masculinity at all. It's about whatever. Andrew Tate has made his name and his reputation, not least by specifically leaning into misogynist content, and does have very prescriptive ideas about what masculinity should look like, which are hateful. But I think,
does everybody not have a choice as to what they watch on the internet? Does everyone have or not have a choice as to what they want to watch on the internet? Now Joe Rogan is, no shade to Joe Rogan at all. Shout out to him. I used to watch that show he used to host. What is it called? I forget. Where you ate bugs and shit. Ugh. They always showed snakes. I hate snakes. I had to stop watching it. But so now no one has a choice as to what it is that they watch, right? Now it's the internet's fault.
That you've just defined it, which is this space that's about masculine content, it's geared towards men, it's provided for by men. Joe Rogan's the biggest platform in the world. Most of Rogan's content is not about masculinity at all. It's about whatever. Andrew Tate has made his name and his reputation, not least by specifically leaning into misogynist content, and does have very prescriptive ideas about what masculinity should look like, which are hateful. But I think it's a
Andrew Tate's hateful information, but Joe Rogan is acceptable. What are they going to go to Joe Rogan and try to learn how to be a man? Maybe if you had a man in the kid's life, because I feel like we've gotten away from what this started out to be about, which was about the kids, right? The young men. Maybe if they had the father in their life, then maybe he could do it. Like the father that's actually in the house, but ain't doing nothing and letting the mama be in control. Maybe you should start there. And maybe you should parent your kids. And maybe you should be the influence. I'm not going to go down the line again. I'm just saying, just maybe. And yes, it was Fear Factor. I love that show. A
bit like the term toxic masculinity. If you start using these terms to lump people together in a way that it just captures such a broad spectrum, this lumping together of different kinds of content, this pathologization of any young man who is just honestly searching for an answer, it backfires.
Tiffany, she said, please don't tell me the male dating coaches aren't married either. No, they're not married. But like I said, these parents are the ones that are responsible for teaching them that. They're responsible for what they know in their foundational upbringing when they're children. And if they not going to teach it to them, don't blame the manosphere for that. That's like, just like when they be like, oh, this scammer scammed me out of, I don't know, my whole life savings. Child, that's you. You did that shit. You the one that gave money to a man that you ain't never seen before. You the one that put your house on the market and sent that money to a man you ain't never seen before. Just because somebody asked don't mean that you have to give. Bitches ask on Big Talk all the time. I ain't giving them shit. I told you they asking us at work starting for the holiday season. I ain't got shit to give you. No, give to me. When y'all start giving back, that's when I start giving again. But you never see them giving anything. They just always asking because they want it. They want the free. Okay. Shout out to Kofi. He said this is crazy the way they view this. Isn't it interesting? I knew it would be at least interesting. Thank you, Boo. He said Tate tells young men to get money, get in shape, stay in shape, and don't worship or spend all your money on women, and that's deemed hateful. Yes, and y'all are the problem. Always and forever, y'all will be the problem. Okay. If women have problems, it's because of y'all. If women have problems, it's because of Donald Trump. If women have problems, it's because of everybody but them. They don't even see that they're each other's problems, which is why I say there's no sisterhood. There's no allegiance to anybody or anything when a biatch wants something. I don't care what nobody say. And they'll screw over their best friend for a man that they claim that they don't want. Period, point blank. Not all. You know what the heck I'm saying? Not you, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And it's true. Tiffany said the parents aren't teaching their children not one damn thing. Not one damn thing, boo.
What ends up happening is that the circle of what is red pill and dangerous just grows larger and larger and larger. I've heard people put Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson in the same category. So if you're a guy and says, I like to lift weights, I like to eat red meat, all right, I like to shoot guns, what you end up doing ultimately is driving young men further and further away and into the arms of exactly the types of people you want to keep them away from.
Oh, so if you want to eat meat, pause. Or if you want to, what did he say? Eat meat, go to the gym and shoot weapons. Now that's toxic and that's not what you want. That's bad content, y'all. That's bad content. I guess I'm consumed in that because I do all those things, right? Oh, Lord, help your people. What is going on? Well, eat meat, pause. Oh my God. I don't even know why I tried to, I don't even know why I tried to clarify. Yeah, I'm serious though. Are we back in New York? Yeah.
I actually think that we have a cohort of young men who feel, to some extent fairly, that they have grown up in a world that has offered them a lot more wagging fingers than it has helping hands. It's why I struggle with some of these terms, like toxic masculinity. It says we've figured out what's wrong with you and we're going to fix you rather than fix the structures and systems that serve you.
It does frustrate me a lot because I've seen with Sebastian how it's so hard to tell a boy, like, no, you do matter. You do count. You do need to be strong. And I'm like, no, boys rule too. Like, we all rule. We all are equally important.
Right now, frankly, we have a media that deals in sound bites and short conversations, and it's easier to clump everyone together and just be like, men, all men are struggling. Women, all women are succeeding, even though there are lots of gradations in there. I think, unfortunately, when we're looking for solutions to problems with male identity or how sort of young men figure out how to be, the difficulty in solving that issue is that it's not really a top-down solution. I think there's already been more discussion about getting male teachers back into schools and sort of creating more third and social spaces. But I think a lot of the solution will have to be one-on-one. People in their communities, especially sort of parents and older men looking around and...
Parents and older men looking around. Maybe you should just stop at parents. So we already know that you need more male teachers and more Black male teachers. So instead of the pros focusing on what white people are doing in racism, why are they not trying to figure out how to get more men as teachers so they can get in there and teach and be role models, right? Or I guess they just said Dr. Umar is taking care of that, so that's already handled. So we'll just stay over here on this side. Ciao. No, T, appreciate you. He said, I like to do all that except at the gym. I need to go. Go to the gym. Today's my off day. Every other day I'm going. See, I'm a man though. I'm a man. You look like you're a man. I know. You look like a man. I know.
Looking and seeing younger guys who need help and actually stepping up and talking to them. That's something we can't mandate.
You call this a crisis. This is something that it's been in the making for...
She said men coming over and talking to them. How about their daddy do that? How about that? How about you allow their dad to be in their life as an option? The man that's sitting there. Why didn't that man, that's the father of that one kid where they just high-fived, why wasn't he in this documentary? Why wasn't he speaking? Why wasn't he talking about his son? Why wasn't he discussing what it is that he needs in order to help his son to be a man, a young man, and to be masculine or whatever the fuck it is that he might want him to be? How come the mother is the one that's here and doing this? That's a little embarrassing if you ask me. That's embarrassing if you ask me. You not coming into my house and talking about my son and a whole ass man is here. Y'all, I think I see what the problem is, but y'all, what do I know?
Decades. How do we course correct, if you...
So the first thing we should do is stop doing the bad things. Stop making masculinity look like something that's inherently negative. Stop publishing op-eds from mothers who bemoan having a son, who think about all of the harm that their son is going to cause, when they get 18. And then give them examples of what it means to be a man, positive examples.
Do you want some yogurt?
No, I'll probably have some yogurt probably after. Yeah, me and my mom's relationship has definitely grown a whole lot.
Yeah. How so?
I feel like now, like whenever I get home, I feel like we both work a lot, and like at the end of the day, we kind of get to have dinner together, and we kind of get to debrief and talk about our day. And I'm happy that I get to have that closeness with my mom. I want to tell her about my day. I want to hear about her day.
And I'm so thankful to be his mom. It's so proud, even in this moment, and hearing you speak. And I really want you to
go out into the world and experience it and have the love and the joy that I know you can. Like, I know you're going to do well.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, that's nice. Andrew Tate did not respond. Ain't he in jail? All right, that's the end of that. I knew y'all was gonna say that. No. So her son is her boyfriend, husband. I knew y'all was gonna say that. I don't even know if they know that that's a thing. No, maybe they're saying that they're closer and cooler now because of the documentary, and they found something out. They understood something. I don't know. But y'all ain't shit. That's the bottom line. All y'all ain't. You ain't shit. You ain't got shit. You ain't gonna be shit. You don't know shit. But I do stand by the fact that your parents are the first freaking people who are your influence and who are going to tell you how to act, or let me rephrase, who should be telling you how to act, how to treat people, about family, about having a family, all that type of stuff, instead of just giving it up to the internet, social media, the phones, the tablets, all the things that you guys are talking about. Because whenever you see a baby, not a baby, but like a toddler, I would say, what you see, they got a fucking phone in their hand, a tablet in their hand, grabbing it. This is going to be a problem. I'm telling you, this alpha generation is going to be even worse than what the Zaz seem to be, or beta, because the next one is beta. After alpha is beta. So they're the ones that's having these things shoved in their face. Excuse me, you got all these bitches talking about they upset that they got kids, they can't take it. It's so hard. So you think that they're encouraging them and teaching them at home? I will go out on a limb and say they probably not. So it probably will get and be even worse than what the hell it is that we see now. But that's just my 2 cents. What the hell do I know? These type of moms will sabotage any female relationship he gets when he dates. # son husband could be that too. Or maybe they're already going to be that. He's already going to be that way because of what his mom is already saying, especially that one that got the damn man in the house already. Child, your father let you come out of the house with that hairstyle? I mean, whatever. Let me be quiet. The Saints, tell me if I got it right or not. You let me know tomorrow if I got it right or not. Because, child, I don't know. Anyway, so I got 11 minutes. I got y'all done 11 minutes ahead of time, child. I'm on my way out to eat. I got to do some returns. I got shit to do. I got places to be and things to see and get ready. Well, no, the live stream for tomorrow is already up. So we're going to talk about the D9 stuff and the hazing and whatnot. Shout out to if any D9s are here. Don't come for me. It is what it is. Don't hate on me. There's another documentary on that too. Maybe we'll just do documentaries from now on. Okay. We shall see. Anyway, hopefully y'all will be back. That is, I think I set it for 6 p.m. EST as usual in the evening. Y'all make sure you hit this like button if you have not. I know you have. I appreciate you. Share the stream. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. I appreciate everyone that donated today. Shout out to all the mods. Thank you for everything that you do. I will see you all in the next one.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Party with Beyonce. Carry on. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Hold up. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Party with Beyonce.